He's the healer and the tank. I need to have that. Either that or I'm taking a level in wizard.
So no matter what, you're planning to turn Varlich
I'm
into
going to
an
turn
actual...
his corpse. I'm going to turn his corpse, if he dies, into a silver dragon. There's no avoiding this.
Dear fucking lord.
There's no avoiding this. It will happen. My goal isn't to make the DM upset. My goal is to make the player upset. Because he says there's no way it would happen. Now I must make it happen.
You know I'll do my best to make sure that Thal doesn't die, right?
Yeah, sure. My health says otherwise.
Also,
you can't stop me.
You have -2 con. It's not exactly easy to keep you alive.
No, my goal isn't to stay alive. Again,
It's like trying to keep a gerbil alive.
The whole point of this character was to be like the King Holdir in Helm's Deep scene. Capable of taking out a great deal of enemies, but going down in like a single hit.
You're a fucking panda bear.
Yes, but this panda bear is walking around with an Uzi.
Also, Verna at some point while she's patching up Deacon is going to slap him upside the head and call him it's going to say, I forget the German word for idiot. Fuck.
Dummkopf?
Dummkopf.
Yeah, you
to scrap everything.
Dummkopf. You should have brought me.
Well, I would have, but, you know, it's fucking ancient bullshit magic that I barely remember. I'd rather I blow up rather than you as well.
If I was there, I probably could have kept this from blowing up. Do you not remember what I am?
Do you understand ancient bullshit magic more than I do?
I've studied it for many years.
Have you studied using crystals as a power source by tapping into the raw energy of a god? No, I don't think anyone has.
I've been using crystals to power Silva. And she points over to Robot Doggo.
Is the robot dog powered by God?
No.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is Silver actually powered by a fragment of Hunter? Is that now canon?
There's going to be some complications.
That might cause a few complications, but okay.
God, is Silver actually powered by a piece of Hunter?
What are y'all worried about complications for? It's not like this is brain surgery.
Powering a robot with the fragment of a god has not worked out well. Go ask the Dwemer from Elder Scrolls.
Nah,
I mean, it worked fine for them. They just got
They
bamfed.
were wiped out from existence.
No, they got bamfed. They're fine. They're alive.
They're
somewhere.
alive. They're probably in some alternate
and
dimension.
to be fair, it wasn't because of the gods. It was because of the fucking
The heart of Lorcan.
Again, the point was that you put the fragment of a god in a machine.
Well, to be fair, Lorcan is quite literally the god in Elder Scrolls. He is the one who made everything.
That is, as a Nord main, that is
Okay.
entirely up to debate.
Uh-huh. You say that, but Lorcan existed before Talos.
Yeah, but in pantheons they tend to exist as the same god.
That's really not how that works.
That's weird.
Go ahead. Again, as a Nord fan, it depends on who you ask. According to the elves, he's Satan.
Well,
Or
according to
specifically the Aldmeri Dominion, he is Satan.
Fuck
the Aldmeri Dominion are also fucking retarded.
The Dwemer didn't disappear because of their meddling with
No,
god
it's because
powers.
they were fucking with the heart of a god.
Yeah, they disappeared because they hit the heart of Lorcan with fucking Keening and Sunder.
They essentially tapped into the wheel of the universe and have deleted themselves.
God, you realize
they hit Alt F4.
Yeah, the Dwemer disappeared because they tried to use the heart of Lorcan to power their own god machine, the Numenidian, which Talos then used to conquer all of Cyrodiil.
Think of using the power you would to shout, but using machines to do it instead consistently over and over.
Yeah,
I thought the Dwemer
that's
were
what Dwemer
basically
tonal magic.
wiped to extinction.
No, they just disappeared.
No, that's the Falmer. That's the Falmer.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking about.
the Falmer were left abandoned after the Dwemer did their whole thing with their Numenidian and bamfed away. Without their masters, the Snow Elves, who were blinded by the Dwemer, were essentially left to their own devices and devolved into the Falmer we see today.
Yeah.
So there's lore that I haven't seen then.
Yeah, the Falmer didn't have anything to do with the Dwemer disappearing.
It was literally hit Alt F4.
Yeah, the Dwemer just accidentally Alt F4'd themselves and bamfed into another reality. All
That
except
is-
for
that
one.
also is still up to debate.
Well, yeah, it's really not. No one has any idea where the Dwemer went. Not even the last remaining Dwemer, because he was trapped inside of Oblivion.
Huh. That's...
Yeah, the fat ass under in the Telvanni wizard's basement.
Oh, that one.
He was stuck in Oblivion, which is why he wasn't affected by the Bamf.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
It only affected all the Dwemer in Nirn.
But, oh god, that's actually gonna be kind of funny if Verna realizes, oh wait, Silver's powered by God.
That's gonna be weird.
Wait a minute, why is... Just, I'm just imagining at one point Hunter's just like, why the fuck is this dog resonating my energy?
Why does this dog smell like me? Don't ask how a sword can smell, it just can.
Why do I imagine... I don't know why. Anytime I like try to like think of a voice for Hunter to like just kind of like act out a scene or something, I always go for like a kind of ghoul voice.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean,
that's...
smooth skin. What are you laughing at, smooth skin?
That's actually a pretty good ghoul.
Thanks.
So
It comes from hanging around that secondhand smoke for half
today's
my
not going to
childhood.
be a
Mood.
Today's not going to be
Yeah.
a really in-depth session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Fine.
Fine
But
by
it
that.
Al
will
is still
be-
sitting on the boat because
We
he
are
is
all on the
exiled.
boat.
Oh, you can get off the boat when you're in Caldeus, don't worry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was only exiled from the elf place.
Yeah.
So he can get off the boat whenever we're not in the elf
but-
place.
This will be kind of for all intents and purposes, a serious session, because your next goals, as you guys have stated, is to take back Adoram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need battle plans.
Mm.
I've already laid out the basic framework, and now we just need to work on the specifics of it all.
Indeed.
Which I have actually been working out since last session. Slowly.
All right, what do we got?
So,
So
yeah.
Well, before we can
before
make any real battle plans, we'll probably have to get some recon on Adoran.
yeah.
Figure out where their strongholds are, how their forces are set up, figure out the weakest points and the strongest points, supply lines, things like that.
hmm
And also, we need to take account of what forces we have in general.
That's
so
true
you guys
as well.
have a combined force of 7 legions.
All
Very
right,
good.
that's how many troops?
That's around
About
7,000.
7,000. All right, so each legion is 1,000.
Last you guys knew or had heard of, the Hastian army was about 7,000 strong as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're even for the most part on that front.
After the war with Adoran and the occupation, it's likely they moved a good chunk of their forces back to Hastian to defend the home front.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
so if it was me, I'd leave 3 legions to to essentially hold Adoran and move the 4 back to Hastia.
Well, keep in mind how big what these continents are.
True.
And there are several cities within these continents, and not everyone was able to escape during the invasion. So, you need an occupying force no matter what.
Yeah, which, I mean, 3,000 troops is a pretty good occupying force,
True.
but...
So, you guys, after you landed in Caldeus,
Deacon did his thing.
yeah,
I got
like,
blown the fuck up by
Yeah.
a magic nuke.
and after that, you guys kind of just like made your way back to Foothills.
Yeah.
Ow.
and we're going to kind of do like some time skip, cut some dialogue. You guys are in a war council with the High Four,
Mhm.
and through like a astral projection sort of deal, you can see King Ceres and Queen
Magical holograms,
Yeah.
King
or you know,
Ceres
a speaking mirror.
Queen Adeline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So you have. Let's come down here. Let's clear all this. Come, Christ. Let's see. Give me 1 second. We have. One long table.
Oh, nice.
Yep, Verna, place yourself. Actually,
Ooh.
Yeah, found more art.
Very good.
Onyx.
Now also put yourself down on the table because you're also
Oh.
part of this.
Yeah,
Am I
you're here
there?
as well.
Wait, no. Am I there?
Yeah, we're on Caldeus. That means you can get off
Yeah,
the
you're in
airboat.
Caldeus. You're in Foothills in a war council with the High Four and
have-
the
okay.
King and Queen of
Yeah.
Ortonis.
You can get off the boat anytime we're not in Elfland, dude.
Yeah. Anytime we're not in Eladriel, you can get off.
I'm trying. Game is fighting me with it.
All right, while that's happening, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Oh, okay.
I dragged you over here, don't worry. Wow.
Also, Grimlock has joined you. No, that's not.
Ah, yes. The trusted dwarf.
So he's actually right next to you. We have Empress and you over here.
Beak.
Lady Onyx. Give me 1 second. Some of the pictures aren't loading right now.
You're fine. When Sally and Bamwa.
Also, Captain Fitz is with you.
Captain Fitz, I'm trying to remember that one.
He's the captain of like the engineering department.
Oh yeah, my teacher, right.
Yeah.
I don't know if we officially had any art for him.
I did. Hold on 1 second. I can. We have Captain Fitz.
Ah yes. The gnome. Or halfling.
He's a gnome.
Oh, he's a gnome. Okay, I remembered, right. Also, Deacon, I don't think I've seen a black pudding before, or a black dumpling yet. Should I be worried?
It's those weird little fleshy puddles.
Oh, I thought those were mimics.
No.
They actually called black dumplings.
We have Chief Borog.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
All right, I am back.
Hello. Deacon, did you get to see the Ultimate Showdown 15th Anniversary Redux?
Oh boy.
I sent it into OOC at Black Crusade.
Oh dear.
And also, they walk, they can walk, they can walk, they can walk. Oh god.
And real quick,
Schweinhunds. This is the ultimate showdown
there's
of
also
destiny.
Chief Argrin over here.
Ooh, nice, hello.
And then we have King Cerys and Queen Adeline on this projector. In front of you, you have a general topographical map of Adoran.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
AKA this map.
And this is as it was 3, 4, or 5 years ago.
5 years ago, roughly.
Oh, that. Okay, there's the quality.
Yeah.
I apologize for the quality of the picture. I couldn't find this anywhere in my files, so I had to take a picture of it on my
Oh
computer.
god. You had to take a picture
problem,
of it
it's-
from the original we had, and oh
Yeah.
god.
So
Try pressing Windows Shift S. It usually pulls up a.
I can see
flipping
the
thing.
pixels.
Yeah, I can see the pixels as well.
You can
but
snip the
it's-
pixels on this thing.
I can almost
but-
taste them.
It's vaguely
This
readable
is-
for me, which is good.
this is as the city was 5 years ago. Ever since the fall
Yeah.
of Adoran and its abandonment by the Adorani people, no one has really been in and seen it.
Mhm.
So this is what you guys as a group are looking at. Like I said, you have a combined 7 legions.
Mm-hmm.
Naval
Verna.
assets and some air assets, I'm assuming, as well.
Verna, you have been appointed the lead strategical command
Alright.
to basically make the final calls
Alright then.
of what goes.
So Vernon's going to explain to everyone a bit of the topographical layout of Adoran, like pointing out port towns, areas that would be easily accessed by both air and sea, and point out cities that would actually make the best strongholds,
Mm-hmm.
such as Marabilla was actually built to be a fortress. It is the capital, and it is a fortress.
Alright, so if that's the capital, that should be our main target.
Yes, our main target
But-
is to try to retake the capital of Marabilla. But
Hmm.
unfortunately, as you can see, it is in the middle of the country.
What about over here, these mines? Are they...
That
Is there any way we could get into them?
That is actually the Dwarven Kingdom, or the Dwarven lands.
They were abandoned at the time. At the end of the last campaign,
They were given
Grinzel
to
had essentially dimension hopped, found a society of dwarves that were on the brink of extinction due to global political stress and everything like that, and offered them a place in this world.
Mhm.
basically the dwarves went extinct in this world. He dimension hopped, saw that they needed some help. He's like, "Hey, we got
He
dwarven
grabbed some
cities
dwarves
he can
from
inhabit it."
He grabbed some dwarves from another reality to transplant into this one. Got it.
Yeah. So that is actually where well, once and now is a dwarven kingdom. Those
Could
mines,
we make contact with them? I've seen my fair share of mines. They're rather well defensible, and mountains provide
You have
very effective cover.
what did I say his name was?
Grimlock.
Yeah, Grimlock. Grimlock is the king of the dwarves currently.
Hmm. So he's at the table with us.
Yeah.
Yes, he and a number of like a vast number of their population.
Keep in mind that when Almudena attacked, he took down every major city.
Mhm.
Eh.
That includes
Also-
the dwarves.
Yeah, so
Got
this is Grimlock here. Here, I'll
Yeah, this
All
boy.
right. Yeah, that's the dwarf.
then we have Captain Fitz, High Lady Onyx, Chief Borog, Chief Ardrin. But the dwarves did their best with obviously some casualties to evacuate and escape Adoran as well. So those mines are once again abandoned.
But I do
mean,
like
Deacon
your
doesn't
thinking.
know any of this.
I do like your thinking, Deacon. But the problem is just getting to the mines.
There wouldn't happen to be any kind of back entrance, an escape tunnel.
Verna looks over to Grimlock. Well, you know the mines better than I ever would.
There was a top entrance. Remember, there was like that
Yeah.
ruined temple at the top of the mountain.
Yep.
That's where you guys had met Ella in the previous campaign.
Yep.
There's the lake entrance, because the lake leads to like a cove leading to the city. And then there's like a miner's entrance on the west side of the mountain range.
Just one of the main issues is just getting to one of those locations.
Yeah. What about over here along the coastal, along this road? If troops landed there, they could pretty easily make it to the mines and avoid most of the fortresses and troops.
Well, you are right. I actually know that town pretty well. And Verna will kind of like shiver for a moment, just remembering the horror that was that town. I haven't forgot, God, I haven't!
Hmm?
May I add in a few point details that we might want?
Of
Alright,
course.
go ahead.
I don't think leading an army through mines is a good idea. Scouts maybe, or maybe an elite force to go ahead that is much smaller, but not an entire army.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was thinking of using the mines more as a forward operating base once they're properly reinforced and checked if they're structurally sound. Mines and dwarven cities in general are incredibly defensible.
It's me. I'm very aware.
Grimlock
However, I
types
also
up
have
to
to.
you questioning the structural integrity, and says those mines would not collapse after 1,000 years.
No, but you don't know what's down there.
True. If
Keep
it was
in
me
mind-
Now, we
invading,
got an idea what's down there, lad.
Keep in mind,
if it was
Grimlock,
me
remember,
invading, I would have flooded those tunnels with all kinds of monstrosities.
keep in
There's a
mind that the
monstrosity
last...
down there already.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, right, I remember. I
That
was
would have
told
been
about
important
that.
to tell earlier, Master Dwarf.
Well, that rules out that possibility.
Well,
Verna-
Besides taking that
Verna's
as our
just trying to
full-
add
as our
something.
forward operating base if the mines are already flooded.
Can't
Verna
stop
kind
the
of
bickering of
add
dwarves and
something.
elves.
Alright, Verna, what do you got to add?
Verna is going to remind them that the last time that she was there, one of the first times that she was there, when it was abandoned the first time, there was not only a greater demon in there, but also a Tarask and apparently a soul serpent.
What in the name of God was your
Why did you
Grinzel
put a
doing?
Balrog in the mines?
So
Keep
the
in mind that
creature
these.
that Verna is referring to, Verna would describe it physically. Do you remember? Does anyone know the Phantom Leviathan from
Yeah,
Subnautica?
yeah, Ghost
Imagine
Leviathan.
that. Imagine that, but instead of blue, it's red and it swims in lava.
I thought you put a
Ah.
Balrog in there.
No, he also did put a Balrog.
I thought so, you son of a bitch.
There
Yeah.
They
also
were
was a
mine, they were
Balrog.
abandoned. How can I resist?
It was a
Hmm.
Baylor, and it almost wiped the party when it exploded.
Keep
I
in
got
mind-
fucking-
A fucking Baylor, of course.
You might as well put a Greymon Demon of Corn in there, you son of a bitch.
Hey, they
Oh,
defeated it,
God.
but when
Oh,
it
God.
exploded, it
Don't get
almost
me
killed them.
Don't
I-
get me
I've lost
started on
party members
fucking
to those
greater
exploding.
Demons of Corn.
Okay, keep in mind that that they fought this thing when Verna was away because of the fact that she made a deal,
Mhm.
and that's when the party started to go towards Lord Grinzel.
Yeah.
And
Whack.
we were
Hey,
kind of,
Bird's here.
hey, Burb.
All right. So the mines are in no-go, at least until we send in a party to clear them out,
At least make
or
sure
at least
to
clear
check them out.
sections.
Fucking Grimlock mentions that they had secured any and all entrances and openings that they had found down into that lava pit,
Then that's good.
but its screams were still haunting. Like you
Right.
can still hear its like cries and screams and
Keep in mind there was goblins sacrificing people to this thing, so
Well, still.
because it feasts upon souls.
Right. I still think landing around this whatever this spectral being notice is along the
So
coast
that was
here.
one of the old bosses. That was this tower.
yeah.
I believe landing a small squad, likely us, Verna, Thal, Varlich, Bird, along the coast, moving up along the mountain to the entrance, and then clearing out at least a portion of the tunnels would be a good idea. Then, if it's safe, we can move in troops and use the dwarven city as a forward operating base of sorts.
Yes, but also we'll need to work on. But she'll also point out, Yoglath. Yeah, this city right here.
You
Mhm.
She's gonna point out that is also a port city.
Hmm.
So taking that might also help us with pushing inward. Making sure that we have constant supplies running through will help us tremendously.
True. Grimlock, I have a question. Were there any sort of ports in the dwarven city? Anything leading to the sea?
Nothing leading to the sea. However, they did have trade with Amrath over here. Amrath was a city of the undead created by Lord Grinzel.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite cities because there's an orc grandma who made me clothes.
So they had trade with that city, and that was how they were able to do most of their trade with the outside world. Just for ease and convenience, because there's a pass here.
Yeah.
That you're able to get relatively large ships through.
And if I remember correctly, Amrath also had a port for airships.
Yes, every city had a airship port.
All right.
Well then.
Especially later on after the campaign, the cities only like improved and became more technologically advanced. Marabilla, by the time of the Adirani collapse, Marabilla was kind of like a solar punk city.
Well, hell yeah.
Like quite technologically advanced, but still using like a lot of like natural resources to power and provide.
Yeah, I like that. Vernon will also point out that the vault is within Marabella as well.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe.
but maybe,
I believe I have an idea.
but also, God, I have a
Mhm.
question.
What's up?
Would Verna have knowledge about where the forge is, the one that created the Warforge?
The forge that they used to create the Warforged was
I
it
imagine.
wasn't in any of the cities, and it was actually quite secluded from any like
Yeah, I imagine so.
civilizations. Um,
I'm just wondering if Verna would know where it is.
I'd say it was over here in this small mountain range.
All right.
Mhm.
Verna will also point out that we might be able to find maybe be able to find something in this mountain range to help us.
Right. I have a plan if I am allowed to propose it.
Go ahead.
I say that we lead a large assault on Yugon by navy. Take Yugon, then we send a small squadron up along to the Dwarven Mountains, clear them, move some troops into the mountains, and then we use the pass towards Anranth to attack them by the lake.
Very good.
That way we'll have the port city and Anranth and the Dwarven Mountains on our side, cutting off this large west, east, whichever, this left-hand portion of the island.
Well, we will still have to worry about these two, and she's going to point out these two towns. We're still going to have to worry if these two towns would be held. Though, I would not have to worry too much about this one, and she's going to specifically point out that one. Because,
True.
well,
But
it's
any
best not
troops-
to worry about.
True, but any troops stationed in these two towns would be blocked off after we take Anrath.
True.
They would be cut off from, judging by the topography, they'd be cut off from sea, and the only way they'd be able to get supplies would be airships, which is very obvious, and we could shoot them down rather easily.
Yes, but also, I do not. Does Chaldeus, not Chaldeus, fuck. Does Hasfel have airships? That's
Hastfell?
yeah.
None that you have seen.
Well, Deacon, that's the thing. I do not know that Hasfel even has airships.
Perfect. Then these two
As far as I
then
know,
these two
but
towns would
then
be
again,
completely cut off after we take Anrath.
But then again, keep in mind that they have been in Chaldeus for a long time, and this place is where and that is not Chaldeus, but Adoran for quite a long time, and that is where the airship was first created.
Either way, once we take Anranth, these two villages are cut off from getting supplies from the rest of Adoran, and it provides an effective choke point and supply line between all three of our captured territories.
Verna, you know that this village up here does have a port
Yeah,
that works for supply chain.
Verna does point that out.
That's what this green line is. This green line is the
Naval supplies.
the naval supply chain. The blue lines are the roadways. The bigger the road, the more important the roadway. The smaller it is, the less traveled it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Red squares are towns. Green squares are like
Villages.
And then the blue squares are the cities.
Well, perhaps we could take a similar strategy to assaulting the mines. While the main force is assaulting Anranth, we send a small squadron up to capture the town or cut off its access to the port.
That is a good idea. That way they can't move another army behind us that way.
Exactly.
Grimlock,
I have a question. Did you have any of the ships you used to trade with Anranth docked near the Dwarven city, or were those all located in Anranth itself?
No. So there was a small squad of like schooners docked in in the Dwarven city.
Good.
Amrath had their own supply of small ships
Yeah.
that they just kind of did back and forth with.
Good. Then we can use the schooners to transport some troops up to Amranth
What
and
if-
take port at least.
What if the ships tilt them shits back and launch shit at us?
That's they're transport ships. Whack. They don't
They're
have
not. They're
weaponry.
not the USS Texas.
Okay.
Whack, do you know what a schooner is?
No.
It's
So a schooner
essentially
is a small,
it's essentially a small cargo ship.
a sailing ship with 2 or more masts, typically with the foremast smaller than the main mast. Blah blah blah. That's the actual definition.
This is usually I'm
they're
sending a
used for
picture of
like-
image of schooners and stuff.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
They're usually used for like trade good transport.
Yeah.
Ah,
Got it. So they're
Schooners
not gonna
are-
tilt back and launch shit at us.
No.
Yeah, they don't have
You're not putting a
nearly the
cannon on
size,
it.
weight requirement.
We are not arming the transport ships with catapults.
Yeah,
Can
we're
we
not
though?
doing that.
Can
we're
we?
not
using
putting
the
battleship
transport
guns
So-
on the transports.
So Chief
I think I'm
Argrin
agreeing with him.
actually pipes up and gives an idea.
Okay.
What if we send 1 legion to Yugon and a legion to Kalens?
Hmm.
Lens.
Up here.
Kalens is the twin city of Yugon.
No,
the
yeah, it's
divider
another port
forces.
city.
The legion that goes up to Kalens will take Kalens and work west into Amrath and those 2 towns. The legion that goes through Yugon, we can even make that one a legion and a half, just in case, goes up into, sends a little bit of troops over to the west and takes this southern portion of the mountain range. And then the rest of them skirt around Marabilla, taking these villages and towns up into the great city.
Wait,
And then after all that is taken, we pinch in on Marabilla.
Brent's going to point
Not
out
a
that
bad-
the
That isn't
Greeks-
a bad tactic,
that
but
the
we
Great
are
City might be a problem, but but this plan does show merit.
and dedicating only a
Because it
legion
could
and
be
a
a
half
problem,
of troops.
we should attack from
would-
all angles.
Yeah,
And
Marabilla
their
definitely
troops
is.
as thin as possible.
We have 7 legions of troops. Dedicating only a legion and a half at most to each of these port cities seems a bit risky.
Yes.
a legion for initial invasion.
Yeah. But once once we have like a foothold within the city and have the ability to send in more,
Mm.
it would make it much easier.
If it were up to personally, I would use 2 legions for each, just to ensure that we take the cities as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Keep in mind also
But-
is that most likely we do have a few airships and they can provide air support.
I know, but still, we don't want to
Lady
risk
Onyx,
losing any of our footholds here.
Lady Onyx also makes note. We don't know what we're going to be dealing with, so attacking with smaller numbers at first and then filling in would probably be better, especially in these port cities if we come by sea and air. We don't know what sort of counter measures they have as far as trebuchets, anti-air.
True.
That is fair.
Okay,
that
this
case,
is
why
out of
not lo-
character.
Mhm.
I have found out why I'm shit with chainmail.
Oh,
It falls under the category of heavy armor.
yeah, it's fucking chainmail.
Ah,
It's
guys,
heavy as shit.
So what
Who was it I
if-
was arguing with about plate mail being lighter than chain mail?
That was
Somebody I was
me.
arguing- Yes.
So what if
I have since learned.
Yes.
King Saris makes mention? What if we send 1 legion to Kalens That'll be my own legion that I have offered for this front. My legion will take Kalens from the sea, and we send 2 legions that we would have split up to Yugon,
Hmm.
and
I
then
believe.
after my legion takes Kalens, another 2 of yours can come in, help clean up, finalize taking that city, and we'll finish off the northwestern segment of the continent.
That is a very good plan. Though,
Yes.
I believe before we launch any true invasion, I believe probing attacks would be good. Small forces, maybe 100 men strong, to attack the defenses and test them and report back. And it is likely to either lead the enemy to assuming that we're going to attack. Either they'll think we have such small numbers that we can't pose any real threat, leading them to lower their guard, or they'll realize what's going on. Either way, I believe figuring out what we're going to be sending our troops into before launching any legions would be a good idea.
Yes, and well, I've also been thinking we're going to need to do some scouting beforehand, anyways, to at least be able to see what there is. Vern's going to hold up one of her pseudo dragons. I believe that I can probably make something that would be inconspicuous at most.
Are you mass production of the pseudo
Then the
dragons?
question is, where do these probing attacks strike?
The port
There's
cities. Test their defenses first before
the cities
launching
or
a
the
true
port
invasion.
towns and villages.
The port cities.
Gotcha.
Because if we take the cities, those will allow us the largest points to move more troops in.
Yeah.
Then, after that, we launch smaller probing attacks for the towns and villages. Maybe 50, 40 men for the towns and villages, 100 for the cities, before we launch a full strike.
Very good.
Then the question then becomes, how do we divide control of these legions?
That's a good question.
Obviously, this is Lady Empress NU says, obviously, Verna, you will be in charge of a legion of your own, probably for logistics and strategic command. But then that leaves our 6 other legions. King Saris has his legion. That's 5 more.
Grimlock, would you be willing to lead your own people into battle?
Grimlock says yes, he would lead his. How many did I say he had? 500?
Around 500, and there's like maybe 400 Adiradians that were willing to fight.
The Adiranis will fall under your legion.
All right.
So Grimlock says yes, he'll lead his 500, even like directly under you.
Of course. Question is, giving command of the other 5.
So that pretty much builds your legion. With like the let's say you have like 100 elves.
All right.
Yeah.
That have
the 100 elves that were willing to fight by my side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I believe what makes the most sense is giving a legion each to one of the High Lords.
Of course.
Or these High 4.
Okay.
But that would still leave us one legion to decide who can up to control.
So we'll say Chief Argrin has the Assault Legion, like the primary like forefront.
The attackers.
Yeah, the head of the charge. Chief Barog is right behind him. Lady Onyx is going to take the spellcasters.
Mm-hmm.
Magically inclined as she is.
Yeah, the magically inclined.
Actually, that's not a good idea.
No.
The-
The
it should be combined infantry.
Yeah.
Combined
We're
in-
splitting everything up, so that way, if say
So
the assault legion gets attacked by spellcasters, they have no way to defend themselves.
So let's build a legion real quick.
Yeah.
I believe it
let's
should be
say-
mixed legions.
Yeah.
That way, they have a
Let's build
good
a
all around.
general setup, right?
Like,
We'll say-
God, remember how we did things when we had, like, armies in the original campaign? Where-
No, actually. Let's
I
say
do.
How'd it go? Because I don't
I
remember.
have a weirdly specific memory for shit like this.
Yep.
So, if I remember correctly, we had for the major group, for the major army, we had around 80 spellcasters. Keep in mind these were like pretty small compared to this.
Yeah.
But I'm just remembering from that. Around 100 archers, 200 pikemen, 100 I believe just general infantry, and then like shield wall men
Mm-hmm.
who like helped with the pikemen.
Okay.
So it was like mixed, so that there was like good all around.
Yeah, that's my plan. Mixed legion, so that it's not ever like horribly outmatched by something.
And keep in mind, there is also the artillery we've built.
Mm-hmm. Though I believe those would be best suited defending the towns the towns and
Yeah.
cities we capture.
That does feel like it'd be something better for defense.
So,
do think a lot of time into
let's go
training
with
those
this.
rangers.
Blue will be magic. Red is like the melee, the swords, axes. Purple will be pikes. Green is bows, and the orange is like the shield men. The
Yeah.
Shield
star.
wall, phalanx.
You have 1,000 troops per legion.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to divide that?
Deacon?
All right, so
Keep in mind, we have like 7 legions worth of people.
yeah, we have 7 legions worth of troops. Each legion is 1,000.
And obviously, this is also going to take time to actually build up. We'll say you have like a 6-month period of building up your forces
Yeah.
and
Keep in
prepping
mind,
for
I
this.
did train rangers.
Yeah. All right, so
I was actually going to say that for some reason I was thinking, wait a minute, you guys could lead a legion. And I'm like, oh wait, no, that would be a terrible idea.
yeah,
Because
that
of
would be an
whack.
awful idea. Whack.
I would happily take a legion and serve them under the God Emperor.
Oh dear lord, please no, don't become a fucking Primarch.
All right, so what I'm thinking
but my favorite
is
color is blue, ultramarine blue.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Not the Smurfs.
They are so adaptable, though.
eh,
The thing is they aren't great by themselves, but once you take a legion that specializes in one thing and slap them on together, oh, you're in for a fucking ride.
I'm thinking a shield wall
Okay.
with pikemen behind.
Of course.
Well, how many shield?
I'm thinking around 200 shield to provide a relatively thick shield wall. And then 160 pikemen. So that's 360 troops. Then the bowmen around.
Roll what? Roll DF.
What? Excuse me?
Whack just rolled DF. Then
Oh,
minus
fuck.
1.
Donut foot?
What? The fuck?
He rolled,
Alright.
he rolled for donut fuck.
No, he rolled for the fuck. Looking at dice thing.
He does have the vocabulary elegance of a crow.
All right, so then I'm thinking.
See, fudge. So you're fudging for -1, of course. The
Two
most valuable
groups
number.
of 80 melee units on sides, flanking.
80.
So that's 160 melee, which leads up to 520 troops overall, so far at least. Then
You have like 480 to work with bows and magic.
yeah, all right, so 180. That's a lot.
And you can
Alright.
redistribute these numbers too. We can make
hmm
Yeah. Well, so that's 500 troops.
Like, obviously, different commanders will have different, kind of...
Tactics. Yeah.
Yeah.
this is just like the general build up, like the building block of
Yeah.
what you're building your legion on.
Yeah. 20. So that leaves 480. Alright, well, then I think probably. Alright, so well, let's first put down the basic plan. Then let's put down 100 archers and 100 spellcasters.
Is it
That's the
all...
basic. That's the basic formation I'm thinking of.
I mean, that actually looks pretty good.
The flanks are protected, and it's got a thick shield wall that can be supported by the pikemen to deal
No,
with
we're not
anything
having
from front.
100 bakers.
We are not having 100 bakers. Shut the fuck up, Brad.
But why? Because we said
Because
so.
bakers are not effective in military combat.
This isn't Shrek 3.
No, they're not. I'm not making bread golems.
They can kill it.
Yeah, so can I. It's called carbo loading.
Why are we talking about carbo loading?
Because bread wants to kill with bread.
Bread wants to kill with bread?
The bird
Whack.
wants...
Bird. I'm just
Oh.
calling him bread because I
The
don't care about
redacted
his
would like
actual
to force feed people, yes.
name. Yes, he wants to force feed
Oh, hey,
people
Graves.
bread.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so that's
Means?
520 plus
What? Are you saying memes?
200.
The DNA of the
That's
soul.
720.
Are you talking about the things that are the DNA of the soul? I'm very confused.
Alright, that leaves 280 troops left over.
That can kind of be shifted around as needed.
Yeah. 280 troops left over is actually pretty good because it would allow for a greater viability. You could shift troops between shield wall, pikemen, the flank defenders, the ranged.
Mages aren't gonna be harder to do that with, but
True, but
magic users,
even still, archery as well, because you have to train very hard to be able to reliably fire a longbow.
You think I'd train my rangers not to use a sword? The melee specialized ranger?
No, I mean like training people to become rangers.
No, like given like the fact
I
of
feel
the
insulted,
matter being
halfway.
being that you're able to kill most things with both bow and sword, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, but like training a normal normal phalanx trooper to fire a longbow reliably and effectively is going to be a little difficult.
That's just it. That's a phalanx. You're not going to be You're not going to be able to carry a longbow while you're carrying your phalanx.
Yeah, exactly. But the original plan was to sort of shift troops around before battles as is required. But even still, we could have them. It's very easy to train between melee, pikes, and shields, so you could shift them between the flank defenders, pikemen, or shield wall very easily. But I'm thinking.
Hey God, what type of acrobatics do I need to do to be able to do what that bird is doing?
I need a dex of 20.
I was gonna say a nat 20.
No, he needs a dex of 20 with a nat 20. So he needs that plus 40.
I'm thinking add
That's not fair.
50 to the bows and magic.
Your stats don't give you dex.
Yeah, they don't.
I have 16 in dex.
And
Not exactly thinking that you can probably move around like that bird and also
hey,
change
bird,
colors like
guess
it.
what? Guess
What?
what? I have 21 in dex. Get on my fucking levels.
What's your
bro.
intelligence?
My intelligence is 14.
Oh, cool. We have the same intelligence.
Except I am infinitely smarter than you.
What's the wisdom?
17.
18.
I'm still smarter than you somehow.
Because Whack doesn't use brain. Splat uses brain.
And I'm still infinitely smarter than both of you.
You don't talk to Splat.
So he,
So that leaves
King
8.
Ceres did provide weapons and armor.
Hmm. Plus whatever we stole from the elves.
So, yeah. Your shieldmen will have an AC of, let's say, 18
Hmm.
Pretty good.
with heavy armor and short swords.
Yeah.
Your melee will have ACs of 16
Hmm.
with anywhere from short swords, long swords,
Axes,
axes,
I
battle
think,
axes.
I think long swords counts as arming swords as well. Because I don't think D&D has arming swords.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But they can be equipped with whatever you want for weaponry.
I think just like general kind of swords would work.
The pikemen will have ACs of 15
Nice.
with just pikes equipped. That's a normal. It's a heavy reach, two-handed weapon. It does 1d10 piercing damage.
What was the pikeman AC again?
15.
Meeks.
15. Alright. So yeah, they're gonna have to be towards the center.
The bowmen and the magic users will both have ACs of 13.
Mm-hmm.
The bowmen will have both short bows and long bows, as well as short swords equipped.
Of course, because they are indeed rangers. Thal is most likely putting them through quite the training regiment.
Short swords
I
or long
dedicated
swords?
all my free time to training them.
Short swords.
Alright, short swords.
They're going for like lightweight, easy maneuverability.
Yeah, makes sense.
All of my free time is going to be able to make me use chainmail.
And then your magic users will have their quarterstaffs as well as short swords.
Nice.
And they will be, we'll say, 4th level wizard. casters.
All right, that's not bad.
Yeah.
What did the pikemen have again?
Just pikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just had pikes.
All right, pikes, long spears. All right, there we go. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then for HP, we'll say the shieldmen have 50.
Mm-hmm.
The assaultmen have 60.
Mm-hmm.
Pikemen only have 42.
Mm-hmm.
And the bowmen and magic men each have 35.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Shit, you found my bread.
No, I found something funny.
No, someone found
No,
my
I
bread.
did find his bread. He had
Oh.
bread
Yeah.
written in both fucking bottom corners of his page.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
really? Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
I put it there for like forever ago.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can somebody pin our
Our troop stats.
I was gonna say like regiment or something.
Yeah,
There you go.
regimental stats.
Regimental
All right,
standard.
so the current troop amount we have is 820. Anyone have any ideas on which numbers we should increase?
Personally, I'm gonna say that the melee and pikemen should be increased at least a little bit.
That's fair. So I'm thinking 10 more in the melee.
10 to
Definitely
20.
gonna. I
Yeah.
don't know how I would do
Well,
this, but
we can't-
definitely gonna put my fucking effort into this. Sorry,
All right, so that's.
did I interrupt
840.
something? I apologize.
Nah, you're fine.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a lot of work into fixing this.
Yeah. Then.
I figured the mithril would make it light, but I guess it still counts as heavy armor.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's 840. So we've got 60 more troops. Let's. Yeah, we can round those.
You have 160 more troops. It's 1,000.
No, because we're at 840. Wait, actually, no. Yeah, we do. We have 160 more troops. Fuck, my brain's stupid. I thought we were at 9. My
It's
bad.
okay. Math is hard.
Yes, it is. It's very hard,
I
especially.
don't think I
considering
can adjust
failed.
that. Fuck. Well, that's
All
my
right,
fault.
so let's round those assaults up to a nice round 100.
Really taking initiate fighter soon.
So that's 860, and we've got.
God damn it.
140. That's.
Denied.
I'm thinking.
What
Add.
if you put 40 into pikemen and then the remaining 100 into bowmen and magic men?
That
appropriately?
That would
And
be a
then
good
you'd have
idea.
then you'd have an equal 200 for everything.
What
Yeah,
have
that-
you done to Ivysaur?
That wouldn't
I
be
don't know.
bad.
I think that last one is like the.
That's
He's
the
no
that's
longer
the
a
mega evolve.
dinosaur. He's a
Isn't
frog.
that the Gigamax one thing?
Yeah, that's the Gigamax.
Yeah, that last one is the
he coming.
Gigamax.
He's no longer a dinosaur. He's a frog.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Also
I
have this
was-
one.
Ah, yes. All of your leaders are taller than you.
Hold on, there's an even better one. Hold on.
I was thinking of putting 40 into the melee, into the assault troops, and then 50 into the pikemen. Bird, stop it with the fucking Brad.
I'm starting to see it.
What, Brad?
So like this, 200, 200, 150, 150, 120, 120.
One in the upper corner,
Yeah.
one 5 blocks below.
No.
Yeah, that's
nothing 5 blocks
my
below.
plan because it makes the
No, there's
flanks
one also here.
a bit sturdier
No, there isn't.
and it allows the.
And
Yeah,
here.
there's one over here.
And here.
It makes
It's
the
like
flanks
it's like Where's
sturdier
Waldo?
and gives a good amount of defense for the.
Damn it.
Yes,
Found the last one.
and it makes the
Uh,
front rather tanky as well.
Wax,
which
are
will
you going
allow
to
the
contribute
range
to these
to-
battle plans at all, or are you just going to be dumb the entire session?
It's whack. What do you expect?
I'm not all that good at battle plans. I know run in and smack the fuck out of.
Okay, then what about financially? What about food?
That was
water?
raw. This is
that.
whack and
That-
splat.
Okay, do you want finances? Give me the finances. How many people are there again in total?
1,000.
7 legions, roughly 7,000.
So that's around
7,000.
7,000 troops.
Okay, how much is like a meal per person? One person getting a meal.
On average, if you were to go to an inn and buy like the basic meal, it's going to cost you about a silver.
Well, and
One
these
silver.
are
Soldiers.
military troopers as well,
So
which
it's
means they
more
won't
like
get.
So you can't do
rations.
the basic.
They'd
You
get-
can't do the
yeah.
basic.
You
You
can't do
need-
the basic. They'd get rations, stuff like hardtack, dried beef.
How much are
Maybe
those?
Water.
cheese if we're lucky.
If we're lucky, cheese.
How much is that?
General
We'll say one
rations.
ration is 5 silver each.
5 silver. Okay, and how much is cheese?
God,
Yeah, you-
how much is cheese?
God, how much is cheese?
How much does cheese cost, God?
I love how we're interrogating God about cheese.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Wait, how is a ration for a single troop more expensive than a meal at an inn?
Here, D&D Wiki has a trade
You'd be
goods.
surprised. God, how expensive are MRE boxes?
I don't fucking know.
They go
honestly.
for quite a lot.
1 pound of
they
cheese
don't even
is 5
taste good.
copper.
5 copper.
1 pound of cheese is 5 copper. 1 pound of
Okay.
beef or mutton is 1 silver.
Okay. So
Hold on.
build
So-
the cost of one ration off of this. Like what's
Right.
in here?
Alright, so no milk because that spoils, especially
Yeah.
when marching. Water is water, it's fucking cheap, so that's
Okay, but I still need to know how much it is.
it doesn't say.
Water is pretty abundant. I wouldn't even say there would be cost, not even a copper.
I don't want a decanter of endless water. I want a bottle of normal water. Bottled water. 5e equipment. Wondrous item. Fuck you.
Mountain Fiji water. Make a mountain Fiji water for him, please.
God fucking damn it. I don't want magical items. I want a basic bottle of fucking water. Why is it so hard?
Give him a bottle of
You
endless
keep
liquid.
getting given an SCP, man.
Okay, just what is the bottle of endless liquid? Like how much? How fucking
Quite an expensive
the-
item.
A cask of water is going to cost you 10 silver.
Okay, how much is a cask? How much? Like I need
He
numbers.
needs
Damn it!
numbers, God.
You
Okay,
you want me
so-
to do fucking finances? I need numbers.
Alright. Hold on. Okay. So
You want me to be smart? Give me numbers. I play with numbers. I give you results.
how many liters are in one cask? Because a human is the daily required water intake for a human is around 1 liter.
1 liter. Okay, so how many liters are in a cask?
I'm looking it up.
Most
Varies
casks
from
contain
200
around
to
200 to
650.
650. Yeah.
So we'll
So-
say you can get 400
400?
liter casks for
400 liter
10 silver.
casks.
Turn this into a
10
fucking
silver.
homework bird.
Okay. So then you
I'm
need.
giving
So
him
that's
something to
400
do.
troops. That's 400 troops.
Yeah.
Okay. Divided by 400.
Let's round that up to 3 casks to cover the entire 1,000.
A day.
Well, there's 7,000, isn't there?
No, 1,000 per legion. Then we're rounding everything. Then we're multiplying
I'm doing in
everything
full
by
numbers.
7. Oh,
No,
I was
I
going
don't give
off of a
sh-
single legion.
No, I do not care.
Okay.
Wants to
so
deal with the
that's
entire legion.
per day. That's a lot of water. Yeah.
Okay. A cask is 400 liters. So you just need to divide the 7,000 by the 400. You get 17.5. That's. You can do 18 liters or 18 casks. 18 casks. Because I'm lazy. 180 silver. And how many days are we anticipating?
That's
A campaign can run a long time.
yeah, especially a military one like this with sieges and stuff. They can run up to a month or years at some.
Okay,
points.
so then am I guessing this as a year?
Let's go 6 months.
6 months.
At least for the first stage. After we take the port cities, then we
Okay.
can reevaluate.
So if it's 180 silver per day, each month having a round about what, like 30 to 31
yeah,
days?
let's go with 30.
30 days. So for a month, water is that much. Okay. So then I've already calculated the cheese and the rations.
Oh wait, shit. Bread. We didn't even consider bread.
Hardtack.
Bread. Hardtack. Well.
And you said cheese was what, 1 copper?
Yeah, 1 pound of cheese is 5 copper.
Is 5 copper.
Yeah.
Oh, we could say that 1 pound of cheese respectively feeds what, 5 people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so 1 pound of cheese, divide that, or so 7,000 people, divide that by 5, times that by the 5 copper that it cost.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Divide that by
5th edition
100.
statistics for bread. Value
70.
2 copper for a loaf.
70 copper. And you said rations were how much again? I want to make sure. 5 silver?
We won't worry about rations. We'll worry about like the cost of the foods, and then that gets like
And
rationed
then
out.
bundle
on meal
everything into the
times.
rations. Yeah.
Okay. So then how much is the food? How much are we
1
paying?
barrel of salted beef is 20 gold pieces.
1 barrel.
How much is in the barrel? then?
Salted beef.
How many units of beef are in the barrel?
Yeah, is 10 gold piece, you said?
It's 20 gold pieces.
20
20
gold
gold
pieces for
pieces.
1 barrel of salted beef.
Okay. So then how much does that feed?
Who knows? A barrel, there's nobody knows.
It-
I was going off of like
Uh,
1 pound of beef or mutton because, then we can salt that.
I mean, you could do that too.
Yeah, that's
Would
that's
that be
what I was
cheaper?
doing.
Yeah,
Is
the
that's 1
salt-
silver piece.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one pound of beef is 1 silver piece.
Okay, and a person
Did
can
you
eat
not
a
look
pound
at?
of beef.
Did you not open that trade goods link?
No,
that I just...
not a no.
Yeah,
open
he's been relying on us. Let him focus on his math. Let the bird work his accounting magic.
If
This
he
burp
could see
can
the
work
numbers,
at-
it'd be easier.
If you can tell me the numbers, it'd be easier.
This burb can work accounting magic
The
unlike
numbers,
anyone
Mason.
else.
What do they
The
mean?
numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
God damn it.
The numbers,
All right,
Mason. What do the
let's see.
numbers mean?
What fucking beef or mutton?
love
1
this movie.
pound.
Is 1 silver coin.
So 1 pound of beef or mutton is 1 silver.
Yep.
So you can say 7,000 pounds. How much does an average person need to eat? I don't give a shit how much you normally eat. How much do they need
I
to
think
They need to eat at least 2
2,000
meals a day.
calories?
at least
In
2,000
Are you
calories. I
wanting
think
calories
it
or
was.
are you wanting meals?
eat?
Because
Calories.
it's
Go for
above
calories.
2,000. It's like 2,750.
2,000 calories. 2,750.
Roughly that. Eating an
2,750.
MRE is 1 meal's worth of calories.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Or 1 day's worth of
Calories
calories.
in beef. Let's see.
I
How much is
also
in
have to
beef?
ask-
213.
I also have to ask. I don't think there's a way for me to fix my character to be able to use chainmail if I were to learn that.
Oh dear.
Per pound.
I'm looking. I don't think I can find that, even if I train to do it.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Fuck.
Which is why I think I
Mutton.
have to take Initiate Fighter, which only gives me bonuses to weapons.
Hmm.
Okay, so mutton is going to be the one that we're going to go for because mutton does 200 more calories per
Alright.
pound. So, and you said you need 2,750 per day?
Yeah. So that's
Okay. 1 second. 1,334 times 2. We barely hit that with that, but then we're not accounting for the cheese. The cheese should be enough to pull over,
And the bread.
and the bread. Haven't calculated bread yet.
It's a loaf of bread.
So you
like-
need 2 pounds per day per soldier. So 2 pounds per day per soldier. Two copper because it's copper mutton.
Yeah.
2 copper per soldier per day so that's in a month. And we're doing 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And that was silver, so you divide that by 100. You divide that by 100 if you want gold, the platinum. Okay. Plat,
Is that accounting for the bread as well?
not yet.
Alright.
So because I already have the cheese. The cheese
Yeah.
was 70 silver.
Yeah. Alright.
How much is bread?
1 loaf of bread is 2 silver pieces.
1 loaf of bread is 2 silver, and can you do like 4 increments of that bread?
Probably, yeah. Split
Okay.
1 loaf into 4 pieces.
Yeah. So then 7,000 divided by 4. Wrong fucking button. God, son of a.
On this note, I do know off topic. I do know of this off the top of my head what the rations were for for Revolutionary War soldiers. You want to know
Hold
what
on.
that was?
Yeah,
Hold
sure.
on. Shit.
A pound
What
of beef.
how much was the bread again?
2 copper.
Times that by 2 copper. Divide that by 100 for silver.
We could say that 1 loaf of bread gets divided amongst 4 people.
We already did that.
Already did
Okay.
that.
Okay. So we have the meat, we have the cheese, we have the bread. What else do we need?
We've got the water as well, right?
Yes. How
Do you want rice? Do you want
No, those are
Alright.
unnecessary expenses. Bread, meat, and cheese is what we really need to keep the army going, along with water or ale, I suppose.
I was gonna say, do you want to get like
18
some
times
like because you can get 1 barrel of poor quality ale for 3 gold pieces, and you can get 1 barrel of fine wine for 50 gold pieces.
I think those are things we can consider
Okay.
after we've
What-
gotten the initial invasion
Hold on.
completed.
What was water again? It was 10
Water,
silver, right?
I
So
think
that's
so.
silver.
10 silver for a
Okay.
cask of water.
Yeah,
Cool.
40 liter cask of water, a 400 liter cask.
400
of water
liter
is 10
cask
silver.
of water.
Okay. Okay. That's gold. Okay. So, in total, we need 355 plat. PLA for plat, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
24 G gold. It actually could be more. Hold on. Because I'm lazy, don't feel like doing math. It's gonna be 26 actually. And then 5 silver. Okay. Which is just gonna be put as silver. That's what we need. There you go. Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Bird.
Was it necessary, though? At what
Yes.
cost? At what cost?
All right.
At the cost
so,
of the finances that someone's father had to pay, I think. I don't fucking remember.
so this is for all 7 legions, right?
That's for all 7 legions for all 6 months that we've calculated. You can times that by
Alright.
2 if we go for a year.
All right. So that's for 7,000 troops
For 6 months.
for 6 months. That's 255 platinum, 26 gold, and 5 silver.
Correct.
That is a lot.
For food alone.
For food and water.
I mean, this is an army. We are financing
I
a
know.
military here.
War is expensive.
Yeah, it's
It
expensive
very
as
much
hell.
is.
Thankfully, since we're likely only going to be using 2 or 3 legions max for the initial invasion, we won't have to worry about that too much.
You're still going to have to worry about it because even
Yes,
if you
but
divide
we
that
can
by
cut down the costs.
yes. You can
This
cut down
is
the
for
costs.
after we bring in the full after we bring in all 7 legions.
Yeah.
But since we're likely only going to be using 3 to conquer for the initial stages, we can.
But
cut down the
also we
costs
can
pretty
we
heavily.
can also try to help live off the land to help us out with that.
Exactly. Although that would likely involve soldiers just stealing food and shit.
And
Yeah.
No.
once you guys are able to fully take Adoran, if you're able to fully take Adoran, you'll be able to resupply
Yeah, we'll be able to resupply.
with whatever is left from the Haitian armies.
Yeah, and that will also give us Haitian weapons and equipment, which will also bolster our troops even further.
Yeah, and we'll be able to see more what they have, so we can better
Mhm.
prepare.
Mm-hmm. And if they have any prisoners or anything like that, we could free them and add them to our troops.
If they want to join us.
Well, yeah, but I mean, can't exactly fuse them.
We at
Because
least
that's
give
the
them
cost per
choice.
month. That right there is the cost per month rounded.
All right, so per month, that's 42 platinum, 54 gold, 1 silver, and 16 copper per month.
Mm-hmm. Rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I rounded up because war.
Yeah.
So you've gotten your general army builds figured out. You've gotten your general food and water finances figured out. Transport. How are
much is
you
a-
moving your armies from one area into Adoran?
If I, how many?
Wouldn't it be smart? Wouldn't it be smart, financially speaking, to get tents and just have them walk?
That would be smart, but it would be slow. For the
Yeah.
initial stages, I'm thinking we'll use the Fish People's Navy and any airships we have.
On top of that,
Okay.
a marching army can be spotted a lot sooner.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah. Of course
Which
it's
we
gonna be
really
smart.
don't want.
Fair enough.
We want as much of the element of surprise as we can get.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can be able to perform the operation where they used a dead guy on these guys.
What?
World War II.
So assuming you were to use galleons, roughly 150 people fit on one galleon.
Alright.
So
150 people fit per galleon?
that wait, that doesn't seem right.
No.
Galleons are fucking massive.
That doesn't feel. That might make sense for like a crew, but not like additional passengers and such.
Because
According to
that would mean
this-
we'd need
I would
about
need
like
47 galleons.
That's
more
for the
than
full army.
100
We'd need
according to
six.
because
We'd need 6 galleons per legion.
yeah, because I just looked it up. How many troops can fit in a galleon? More than 150 people, including officers, seamen, soldiers, traders, servants, families, and passengers, would fit in a 550-ton galleon.
Yeah, more than 150,
Okay.
So
which
it's
means
probably
that's
like
upwards of
150 and
150.
some change.
s- Okay, so how many troops are we sending there for the initial thing?
Around 3 legions, roughly.
3 legions, roughly.
Which is a fucking legion.
1,000.
Forgot. This is
Okay.
where it'll get expensive because this starts getting into like what countries already have ships because a galleon costs 30,000 gold pieces.
Okay, I found something. Hold on. From the
So-
Encyclopedia Britannica,
All right.
displaced had crews of 600 to 800 men. How many people did a galleon carry? The crew, typical galleon crew would consist of around 200. Wait, no, that's fucking never mind. How many crew were on a Spanish galleon? 180 men. How many soldiers fit on a galleon? Okay, let's take
So,
this from
God,
this
what kind of naval assets would we have? Like, in general. Like, I imagine that most of them would be from the Portonians.
I don't think
The
Portonus
the
has a
Legion
navy of
from
their own,
Portonus
actually.
doesn't need a ship. They're
Yeah.
willing to just swim their way to
Yeah, they can swim.
Um,
I imagine.
Killen.
So we're down $1,000.
Yeah.
So there's still $2,000 that we still need to get there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still fucking expensive. It's like 300 plat. One of those ships.
Yeah.
And 300 plat for just the first wave is
All right,
it's
wait.
it's more than
Wait,
our
God.
food.
Wait, God. How much would it be to rent like enough galleons for the first wave? Or like how
Rent
much
it.
is a galleon?
A
A
galleon is 30.
galleon in D&D costs 300,000. Or not 300,000, 30,000.
Yeah, 300 plat.
Jesus Christ.
It is
All right,
300 plat.
That's
It's
one
more
galleon.
than what we are. It is more than we
That's
are
one
using for
galleon.
food for the entire 6
But
months.
it also depends on what type of ships you want to use. There's galleons, there's frigates.
All right, how much is a frigate?
What is the
Because-
cheapest thing that holds the most?
Yeah.
Actually, just send me the thing. Send me the thing that you're looking at. Numbers.
Numbers.
Yeah. What is it that you were looking at? What is the price? What is the how much does it hold per person? What did it I'm sure there's a cheaper option than a galleon which only holds upwards of maybe 200 people if you really squeeze them together, and that is 300 plat.
Yeah.
That is so if we were to
it doesn't
cram
feel right that galleon can only hold that many people.
if we were to cram the 2,000 people and it holds only 200 people per galleon, that is 10 galleons, which times that by the 300 plat, that's 3,000 plat. That is
That's
just for the
Okay.
opening.
that is
So
this-
far too much.
what I'm
especially
looking at
considering most
right now-
galleons had a crew of around like 800. Also, we should also be considering airships because if an airship can carry more troops, then it would be better to use those.
This actually leads me to a
So-
question, God, that
Yeah.
I've been wanting to
Can I
ask, but I
see what
keep
the
forgetting
vehicles
to.
are?
What's up?
Remember how in the last campaign you mentioned the flying fortress that Adoran had? I'm assuming that was pretty much lost during the destruction of Adoran, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just wanted
no,
to check
that
about
would have been one of the first targets anyone would go
So
for.
here is what I have that's actually in D&D, right?
Mhm.
There's a warship and there's a sailing ship.
Cargo capacity 200 tons. Crew 46, passengers 60. How much does it cost? What is the cost?
We could effectively assume that crew
That's 100
that
people. But that
crew
how,
and passengers are the soldiers all alike.
yes.
Yeah.
How much does it cost? Cost. Control F. Cost. That's. Why does it not have a cost?
Because these are meant to be entities and maps.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. These are meant for like naval combat, not full-scale warfare.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh, here we go.
This doesn't show
Cool.
one.
A sailing ship is 10,000 gold pieces, and a warship is 25,000 gold pieces.
All right, so
How much is the capacity of this? So the sailing ship is, you said 10,000?
Yeah, sailing ship is 10,000.
You double it for the 20,000. This is just ultimately not worth it.
yeah.
Ultimately, no matter which option we choose, the sailing ship, warship, or Gal, you are spending either 100, 200, or 300 plat.
I think one thing that is being not
Actually, more
considered
than-
here is the fact that most trade would need to be done by ship, which means because a lot of this world seems to be made up of islands and large non-connected land masses, one of the only methods of transport between these island continents would be boats, which means boats would be very common.
So
Which means
sailing
ships
ships
would not be as expensive as they would be in the real world.
Sailing ships, yes, would be relatively common, and you can commandeer a number of them.
How many?
What is the capacity of a sailing ship?
50. 30 crew, 20 passengers, with 100 tons of cargo.
Okay.
That would be
What if-
probably the most commonly used for trade and commerce.
The sailing. So what if
Oh.
we downsize the cargo to maximize the capacity via creatures, so we can hopefully try and get to 100?
That's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say we can get a sailing ship to 100 by minimizing by a lot the cargo. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
I-
it's
I think
100
I'm-
per sailing ship.
I'm getting a bit of a tactical plan. We
What
send
is
in-
the cost of a sailing ship? Because now we know that it's more common, so it should be able to be commandeered for cheaper than 10 grand in gold.
And also, how many can we commandeer? Because commandeer is a fancy military term for stealing shit.
That would be
So
You laugh because I'm right.
the term is tactically acquire.
Commandeer, tactically acquire, potato,
The
tomato.
Army says
Accidentally
that-
acquire.
No, we tactically acquire.
All right, then
Accidentally
how many?
obtained.
Then how many sailing ships can we tactically acquire?
I don't know. Go ask the blood
excluding Adoran and Eladriel. Between Caldeus and Portonus, there's probably a combined fleet of about 50.
All right, 50. That's not bad. 500 troops. All
That's 4,000. No, 50 times. 50 times like the 100 that we can hopefully try and fit in there because we're getting rid of capacity.
We'll say that Caldeus had already been creating a small fleet
That's-
of warships,
Alright,
and they
so-
have 6 warships.
All right, so that's 6 warships. But if we're cramming 100 troops into a sailing ship, then
We
the
can
full fleet of
probably-
50 sailing ships would be able to carry 5,000 troops.
Yes. If we manage to get a warship, because your average capacity is 100 passengers, but the cargo capacity is also doubled, we can chuck majority of that and possibly even fit 250.
Well, remember, we also have to carry supplies.
Well, no. What I'm thinking for this first stage is we have a group of ships that hang off the coast holding supplies. The main group of ships holding the troops go in to capture the port cities. Then the secondary group move in to deliver supplies.
So if we buy
That way we can
one,
limit the amount of supplies we have for the troops and cram as many troops as we can into each ship.
if we can buy one warship and obtain 2 more, we should be set to take a few sailing ships, and then we are good on carrying people.
All right.
So we should. What a warship you said was 20,000, so 200 plat. So you spend 200 plat for one singular warship. Hopefully, try and obtain even some sailing ships before you attack a warship to increase your odds of obtaining that second warship, then that third warship. So you still need to make a down payment of 200 plat. Though
We
that
also
will
ha-
stick. That'll
we
be a
also
one-time
have
purchase.
those
yeah.
50 sailing ships that we can use instead of more warships.
Yeah, but those we are stealing. What are we getting? How do we get those sailing ships?
We're commandeering them from the navy of
Okay,
our
how do we
allies.
commandeer them if they're
We
on the
ask
water?
nicely.
You have the
Bird,
king and
we
queen
are
of
allied with
Fortones.
these people.
Oh, we're
They are going to
allied
give
with
them
them.
to us. Yes.
Okay, I didn't know
Oh my
that.
god, you're an idiot.
You are a fucking dense ass bird.
Oh my fucking god, you are
I'm
so
over here
stupid.
doing math. Leave me alone.
No!
Get in my room, I'm playing Minecraft!
Exactly, except it's not Minecraft. It's very complicated maze. All right, so we can commandeer the 50 sailing ships. We could probably leave 5 of them so that way they can still transport goods.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot
So-
slower, but the price of war.
Alright, so if it's
And did you say that they started making warships?
Yeah, I think God said they had like 3 warships currently.
6.
So
6. Okay.
Caldeus has 6 warships.
Alright, so we can use Caldeus' warships then.
okay, so we have
Um,
50 sailing ships
each-
and 6
Each
warships.
warship is essentially that of a galleon for all intensive purposes, and a galleon, if I remember correctly, is a
No, we're going off of the warships.
well, yes. However, I
No.
don't understand. I'm changing things, okay, for the better.
Stop
right?
change.
For the better.
Cannon.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear them out.
Cannons.
He's gonna put mind flayer doors on every ship.
Fucking, I am going to. Ah!
Warship,
More
if you're
fucking
looking at the stat block for the
doors.
warship, it has the mangonel.
Yes, the mangonel cannon.
I'm changing the mangonel with
Oh god, when Slaya watches this one, she's gonna have a fucking fit.
this stat block.
Okay, so instead of cannons, it has 12 pounders.
Okay.
All right, so they've got heavier
Hmm.
firepower, and we can use them to transport more troops.
Our
Fine.
armor class increases. The hit points decrease. Why do the hit points decrease?
Excellent
And
question.
no, that's for the weapon itself, like how many hits it can take before it's
Oh.
destroyed.
Then what is the actual hit points for the actual thing? Why does this not have them?
The warship itself
Has 500.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a stat block for the 12-pound cannons.
Sounds like a few well-placed fireballs.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
mostly naval combat would be dominated by wizards.
yeah.
Fireball, 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 scorching ray, your entire ship is fucked.
Fireball,
Wizards-
fireball, beam of doom!
You think they'd be strong, but then the wind wizards show up.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
Or, you know, you
Okay.
get someone who knows disintegration and they just punch a hole clean through your entire ship.
Just bottom out the bottom, and
Yeah.
and there goes
Or
the
just
ship.
slice the entire ship in half because
I think this stat block is actually better in the long run, and is more of what I was trying to get at. So here, give me 1 second. It's a long ass URL, but scroll down to where it says Galleon and read that. Tell me what you think.
Alrighty, let's see. Fucking load. Alright, where?
Galleon.
Creature capacity 80 crew, 100 passengers, so that's 180 with 400-ton cargo capacity.
It doubles like all of that to the
Mm.
warship.
That is true.
Okay.
So would
and
these be
then-
the warships that Caldeus is making?
Yes,
Hmm.
where it says the 12-pound cannon, it has 12 of those, and the 18-pound cannon it has 8. So
Alright,
6 and 4 respectively on each side.
that's pretty good.
We can chuck like half the cargo capacity for more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so effectively you could carry almost 300 people a ship. Or no. Almost 400 people a ship.
Mm-hmm. I'd say 380.
Yeah.
I'd say if you take out 200 tons, you can fit another 200 people.
Yeah.
So that's
It's not going to be
380.
comfortable traveling, but
Well, yeah, but we don't exactly need
People are gonna get
comfort.
over
it.
We need as many troops as we can to ensure the
Com-
initial invasion gets off
Yeah.
effectively.
comfort is not currently a
no, that is
a
not
concern.
number 1 priority.
Comfort is not number one priority. Survival and
However,
large
morale-
troop numbers is.
However, morale is important to
Yeah,
consider.
that is actually very
Morale
important.
morale will be
Well, yeah,
improved
why do you think
when
we
we
left-
retake the port cities.
Morale will be improved when they get off the fucking ship.
Exactly, and they can eat actual food and maybe get drunk.
Yeah, how much
Maybe.
how much is booze? Give me an
Uh,
estimate of booze.
Like I think it was like fucking hold on.
It's
Where's that?
on trade goods. There's 1 barrel of poor quality wine is 3 gold pieces. Medium quality ale is 5 gold pieces. Good
Okay.
quality ale is 8 gold pieces.
Okay,
Cheap
so
wine is 15 and fine wine is 50.
hold on. 1 barrel of cheap
Let's
wine.
go 1 barrel of medium quality ale.
Barrel,
Medium quality is good. It's a good mixture between cheap and effectively keeping morale up.
so here's what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
We do 100 barrels of good quality.
Hmm.
200 barrels of medium quality. Like 300 barrels of poor quality. And we use the good quality as a celebration of winning the first battle.
Yeah.
And obviously the poor quality is whenever they can.
Yeah, that's for marching and stuff.
Yeah, and then you have medium quality for
Holding the city.
yeah. And then we'll do more good quality as they improve. Because
Yeah.
we're not gonna buy just stupid amounts. I mean, 100 barrels is already a stupid amount,
Yeah.
but it'll be fine.
Once we take, the further into the invasion we get, and the more cities we take, we can ramp up the amount of good quality.
Yeah,
ale
because
and
we'll
decrease the poor quality.
we'll probably even get more gold and money along with whatever they have there. If they have good quality, medium quality, poor quality, they can do
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, and we can
and
use the enemy
lessen.
supplies as well to cut back on our costs.
Yeah. So for the initial invasion, we'll do 100 good quality,
Mhm.
200 medium quality. We'll do. I want to say 400 poor quality to hold them over during the sailing. Keep morale up that way.
While you guys are planning, like you're going over like the finances and like what you're buying for these troops, you guys hear King Saris through like the projector.
Mhm.
He kind of like turns away from the screen and says, "Impose a 50% tax on the nobility."
Oh, Vernon just smiles.
Oh,
fuck yeah.
jeez.
Hell
I am
yes.
for that.
Fuck those
I like-
nobles. Fuck
And he
them.
basically comes back with a shit-eating grin on his face and is like, "Don't worry about money, we got it."
Deacon's just going to look over to the projection and smile a shit-eating smile. Even though his most of his torso is bandaged up like a mummy, he's still smiling like a smug motherfucker.
Vernon gives him another injection to help with the healing.
Ah!
Stop screaming, or else it'll get worse.
Screaming makes the pain more intense.
Screaming lessens the pain.
No, it'll make it greater. Now
Not
stop
for
while
me.
now
Screaming
stop while you
excises
heal.
the pain.
Now
Screaming is
So-
how I get
so
rid
for-
of my emotional
for-
damage.
For all
Ah,
the
fair.
alcohol, the alcohol that we're buying straight off the bat, not
Mhm.
including alcohol we buy later on, obviously, because that's later on. That's
Yeah.
going to be 30 plat.
Can't drink. You're not of age.
Jokes on you, I already have. Anyways,
Your character.
All right,
is-
so that's 30
jokes
plat
on you, I
for-
already have. Anyway,
You're not going to be doing that anymore.
All right,
Keep
so
in mind that the burb that was like 9 years old drank, so
actually, I think this character is of age.
yeah, all right, so it's so Bird.
Yeah,
the,
this character is of age. He's 21. Huh? Something?
So that's 1 month cost for the full 7 legions.
Yes, not including the one-time fee for the alcohol.
Yeah, all right. So we should be good cuz overall that's only about like for the full fee of the 1 month for like all the 7,000 legions or 7 legions, not 7,000. Fucking 7,000 troops. That's only around counting the ale and the drink as well.
This is how much it
That's-
is.
Yeah, 74 platinum, 54 gold, 1 silver, and 16
72
copper.
platinum. We could honestly
72
put
platinum.
73 plat just to round it up.
Yeah,
Account for any random cost that might occur. Maybe
Mhm.
even add a few meals just to
Just to-
account for morale.
yeah, rounding it up to like 73 or 74 plat would be good to just
Well,
be able to increase
Because if we
morale
do
and stuff.
73, that's an extra 50 gold pieces that we can spend on whatever the fuck.
True. Let's go
So-
with 73 platinum and round it all up.
Yeah. So we'll go with 73 plat. That's just for
Just for
Per
1
month.
month for the full military of 7 legions.
Yep, that's for 7 legions. So you can honestly divide that into the 7. Divide that by 7. So 73 divided by 7. I don't fucking
73 divided by
like
7
10.4. So just put it to 11. Do 11 per legion.
Yeah, 11 plat per legion. That's
That's not too bad.
actually really good cost-wise, especially considering this is a invasion.
yeah.
So there you go. 11 plat per 1k troops. which on a this is accounting for a lot of just random morale spending.
Mhm.
Because if you times that by the 7, you
That
get
gives you-
77, which is a good chunk more than what we were. That's 4 plat more.
Yeah, that's a good chunk more than our original expenses. Or at
So
least the original plan for expenses.
right, so this is cutting down a lot while still putting a good amount in for morale
boosting
spending.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you want food, here's food. You want more booze, here's more booze. So we should be good for that initial go through, along with whatever honestly comes to play, because we are pretty
Yeah.
set.
And then once we get the once we get the 2 port cities, we can revise finances and stuff and figure
we
out
could
a longer term plan.
Less. Well, honestly, even so, like I think after the first city, second city, third city, we could most likely drop it by 2 plat and put it at 9 plat.
Probably, yeah.
And that's still being extremely generous. Whatever they don't use, which there will be spending that they do not use,
Mhm.
we can go towards the next month and then so forth and so on, which then just accumulates. And that is what we'll probably use. That end spending that we don't use will most likely go towards any nobles to shut them the fuck up.
Yeah.
So there you go.
50% tax. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's why whatever they do not use will go to the nobles, because let's keep the nobles happy. Hate them, but we still need to keep them happy.
Yeah, because they are the bank.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
So that's how the so
But-
tell
Oh.
what's his name that he just came back with that
Ceres?
shitting. Yeah. I'm gonna head over to him and just be like, whatever we don't use, we'll just go to the nobles that we've taken from,
To keep 'em
and tell them that.
We'll give it to the poor.
Hell yeah! Base king!
Or rather, we'll
This
give it
king
to the
is
people
based
of
as hell.
Iran for rebuilding.
Yeah, okay.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, we can do
definitely.
that even better.
That's
okay.
much better because
Yeah.
it will
Hell
allow us
yeah!
to
This
reinforce our
king.
defenses,
this king.
rebuild
I really
infrastructure
do.
easier. This guy, this is a lot better. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
Now,
100%
King
down with that.
Ceres does look at you, Verna, and say, "Now, how are we going to do this assault? Are we synchronizing? Are we doing one and then the other with a delay?"
I think
Honestly,
it's
believe a
synchronizing would be
synchronized
the
assault would be
best.
best. That way,
sy-
their attention's split between the 2 cities.
a synchronized assault would work best.
We
That's
can
the
use
way
the
we can
sending
be
stones
able
to
to keep
synchronize
them as disoriented as possible as we move in deeper into the country.
Exactly. And we can use
Sending
those
stones
sending
between
stones you
different
have
sending
Yeah.
stones between the different commanders will help make
to
sure that we keep
synchronize and
coordinated
sync
as
up our
possible.
assaults.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And it will allow us to call for reinforcements if one gets outnumbered or cut off from anything.
Yeah.
That does, in fact, mean, God, that whenever we take a city, I do need report on how much food we're able to save, how much water
Gotcha.
we're able to save, how much
Yeah,
of all that.
Like any resources
figure
that were
that
left
out.
behind and whatnot.
And we've
Yeah.
also got to pray that the Hastfelts didn't, salt and burn the ground,
Yeah, that is very important.
because that's going to cause some serious issues
Hell-
for rebuilding.
Well, we need to tell the troops then. We can, because we have enough plat. We're spending enough plat per 1,000 troops that we can tell them what we want to tell them, so for them to keep in mind, so that we can hopefully gain more instead of lose more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can
Like,
say, hey,
remember,
watch
looting
out for
is
this.
encouraged.
Looting is encouraged. Don't harm the civilians.
Agreed. Don't harm the civilians. Looting is encouraged. Do your best to thwart
Watch
any
out.
sabotage
That's the other
attempts.
thing. What are your
Yeah.
rules of engagement?
Rules of engagement. Oh fuck, that's a big.
Rules of
that's
engagement.
Oh, yeah,
tough.
that is- very
Geneva
big one.
Convention, Geneva Suggestion.
No, there's actually a Geneva
No,
Convention in this
no.
world.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
kidding.
see
As
everyone
much-
at the table's eyes
as
get
much as
really
I-
fucking wide.
As much as
Varna,
I'd like,
I'm kidding.
Where is the
bird muzzle because I'm going to muzzle the child.
Verna is going to pull. Verna's gonna
Just
pull.
take their finances. Leave me alone. Give me a second.
Verna's going
As
to-
much as I'd like to go the whole road of Geneva suggestion, we are trying to take back Adoran.
Yes.
Hearts
So-
and minds.
Verna's
hearts
going
and
to
minds.
quickly pull out a plague doctor's mask and place it on the burb
Oh, wait.
as a
So
muzzle.
instead of saying looting is encouraged,
Salvaging.
be friendly with the civilians. Salvaging is encouraged. Whatever the enemy is leaving, take. If the civilians are willing to gift to us,
Yeah.
then we will take it and we will remember it because we are still giving them money so that they can rebuild. And we want to make sure that we are not looting civilians.
Do
In
not
other words,
do not loot
civilians off
civilians.
limits.
Civilians are off limits.
So
Now,
any of the
Adorani and Hastfell.
Yeah, so any of the Adorani natives that are still there would definitely recognize Verna.
Yeah. And most
when-
likely
Would
the symbol
probably
that
at
would be
any
there.
given inconvenience revolt against the Haitian invasion.
So another thing,
Mm,
if any of the soldiers, enemy soldiers, wish to throw their arms up and join us,
prisoners
Yes.
of war are taken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prisoners of
Prisoners
war
of
are
war are to
taken.
be taken and treated fairly.
Yeah.
yes, we
So
and
we're not
remember to
accepting.
announce
Though
that.
we're not accepting any. We're not going to let them into our ranks because that's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
like-
That's never
Like definitely like press on my information. No like gratuitous torture.
No interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they want
Just, like,
to
looking at
freely give
you,
us
Thal.
information.
I got so uncomfortable during that session. Holy shit.
I didn't
Uh,
really mind it. It was funny to me.
So anything that
Still
they
can't believe
tell
God
us.
questioned my right to hang 3 racist murderers.
So how about this? If they were to tell us information, they do get a reward of maybe like an extra mutton.
But like yeah, just like give incentive for them telling us things that we need.
Yeah, but we're not gonna
incentivize
force it.
Incentivize civilians, incentivize prisoners of war, treat the prisoners and civilians fairly, Hasfalites and Adorani, obviously.
Yep.
They,
All right,
the
that's-
civilians might be they might be Hastfeli in civilians, but they are still just civilians.
Yeah.
Treating them like shit is just going to make our case worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
good,
like
got
God
you.
said, like as soon as they see Verna or the flag of Adoran being raised once more, they're gonna help rise up against
That's
Yeah, which-
phenomenal.
which will
Which
help,
cannot-
but still,
Which can also be an issue because
that can
they're
really be an
civilians.
issue.
They're going to get
Do-
slaughtered.
Do not encourage it. If they wish to join, keep them usually in the back. If there is talent
Yeah.
for them, then they can go maybe in the
like
middle.
if
Get
they
them
show
trained.
specialization, if they show like training or specialization,
Yes.
Yeah,
That's front
Most
to
most
mid.
people
But
who
most of the
volunteer
time,
are
they
going to
can-
be relegated towards supply
The
line
back.
defense
Yeah.
and securing cities and stuff.
You want to help
Anyone
your
who
country?
shows a particular aptitude will be trained into an actual soldier.
yeah.
Yeah.
But most
I-
basic volunteers aren't going to be are going to be held back from the front lines.
Yeah, you will be allowed to help. It is not going to be a promise that you will be on the front lines. We do not want you to die for your cause. We do want you to help your cause.
It's
Yeah.
our job to die for the country, not yours.
Exactly. We are the soldiers, not you. If you wish
Yeah.
to become a soldier, you can definitely train in the back.
Yeah.
And once you are of aptitude, then you can join the front.
Yeah, defending
until
supply
then-
lines is just if not more important than the front lines.
Correct.
Oh god, this stream is going to be referenced so hard in the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Lord.
Um,
And this is why, God, every fucking thing we take, we need a report. I need
Yeah,
no
we
Yeah.
need
food.
inventory reports and things like that.
Cool.
Troops, prisoners,
Um,
losses, looting.
yeah.
If there's
that
losses, do we
I
get in?
have a lot of research to do.
Yes, you
Um,
do.
Of course.
Not
You
only
wanted
for
my finances,
mass-
damn it.
Mass combat fighting, but also like figuring out, salvage, POWs,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of like figuring out what should the surrender rate be, will they surrender, how they surrender. I got so much shit
What
to figure
types of
out.
people will surrender?
One
Yeah.
thing that will help with salvage is any troop slain counts as like we can loot their armor and equipment.
Yeah,
So any losses
Um,
count as salvage.
yeah.
Whatever they, if they flee,
I also need
then
to
whatever
figure out
they
like
leave
the
in that
navy,
base.
the naval combat, like how that's gonna work with the ships.
Oh boy. I'm not going to enjoy naval combat, or maybe I will.
No,
because I
naval
have-
combat's gonna be pretty rough, I think.
Yeah, like here's the thing with naval combat. The only other time I've played in anything with naval combat, it was against fucking German geese.
German geese.
It was a campaign at my college, and it was geese wearing like Kaiser helms.
Actually, wait, hold on.
Please, the pets.
That would
It was
be
a
pretty-
bunch of geese wearing fucking World War One like German hats, like with the spikes.
I think I would be able to do pretty well in naval combat because Deacon doesn't need to breathe, so he can just
Wonder if I
jump
can-
into the water and swim under the ships and shoot them from under the water.
I wonder if I can like get shot out of a cannon reliably.
Probably.
No.
No.
Well,
This
no.
is, this
Actually,
isn't Sea of Thieves.
it would most likely need to be something like a catapult or a ballista.
This
And it
isn't
would
Sea
need
of
to be
Thieves.
heavily
Okay?
modified.
Bring that up with Verna if you want to try it, but she will be very against it.
I will most absolutely. With 80 hit points, I can definitely get there.
Bird, your best bet for boarding actions is to just use a harpoon
Oh,
or a grappling hook.
can I do a harpoon with like dynamite in it?
Uh, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Like, the thing is, if we want to capture vessels, no.
Oh, I
true.
mean, I guess. Yeah, capturing vessels is a good idea.
But once
Cost efficient.
we have captured some vessels, we can go a little lax on the boarding actions and focus more on
Fuck
the
yeah.
shit.
Who needs boarding
Um,
action?
Also, we could set up a block. Also, once we do get most of Adoran conquered, we should set up a blockade between Adoran and Hastfell.
Yeah. Like most of the port towns we don't already have. After the initial invasion, will probably get blockaded.
Mm-hmm.
Chief Argrin speaks up and says, once the majority of Adoran is reclaimed, I can take 2 legions and form the blockade on Hastfell.
Good. That will
That'll
leave us
work.
with 5 legions left over to conquer the rest of Adoran.
Assuming that we have that many, but yes.
I think we'll have more than that, honestly.
Ideally,
It's
they'll
likely that
leave,
we'll have more from
Like,
auxiliaries.
ideally, yeah.
ideally they'll leave from Calens because that'll be the closest geographically.
Alright.
But
I actually want to see like a full world map of this world. Yeah, it actually sounds really interesting.
it's gonna sound really
Alright.
basic, but it basically just forms a circle. You have Adoran at the southern part, Eladriel east, Chaldeus west.
Oh, so this
and
is like
Haspel
this is the
north.
world map.
No,
Um,
like if you position like the maps we've seen so far in that order, it's like land masses that aren't connected to each other.
so we got Adoran, right? We got Eladriel,
Long,
Elves!
Chaldeus,
round,
I'm
Verb?
standing right here.
bird,
and
bird. Bad.
Cease and desist your chicanery.
and then kind of way up would be Hastfell.
Mm-hmm.
Right around there.
And then we'll say this is basically Fathom Deep or Legion Deep.
Yeah, Protonus.
So,
Um,
Verna's then going to bring up something very important to her mind.
Mhm.
There's porn.
What what information do we have on the Seven Sins?
I thought you muzzled him.
next to nothing. Each of them seems to have a particular specialty. Based
Yes.
on what little bit of intel you've gathered. Either like a particular fighting style that they have adapted, or just what they're useful for. But other than that, there's not a whole lot known on them, like what their strengths are, weaknesses. If they have like individual goals involved in this or what.
All right.
So they are essentially just massive wild cards.
Yes.
Great.
I feel like that would be then worth it to maybe put it to 12 platinum per 1,000 troops to account for more armor, better armor, whatever it is.
Yeah, considering that. Yeah, the Seven Sins are complete wild cards, including the aspects of death, and then there's 3 of the 4 horsemen, which, if I'm correct, I think the 3 of the horsemen are Almudin's bodyguards.
So then I would definitely, if
Am
for
I
some,
correct in
for
that
whatever
assumption,
reason
God?
our troops, if for from
What was your
whatever
assumption?
reason,
That the 3 horsemen that we've seen so far are Almudin's bodyguards.
Quite possibly.
All right. Given what we've seen of them so far, it makes sense. Problem
based off of
is-
worry, I think a platinum is worth my worry per
Yeah.
1,000 troops. So I think I'm willing to put another platinum to better arm, better equip, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Like for a bit better armaments in general. That makes sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me how much it costs, mainly because if for whatever reason they were to meet up with them, I want them to at least damage them.
Okay. This is
Yeah,
also more accurate of the compass directional.
Mm-hmm.
My shitty little compass rose down here.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's fair, right,
Alright.
Deacon?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Because we're already the 11 plat is for, I think that extra like 0.5 plat
Yeah.
is for morale. So then another plat and a half is
Would add on to the just allowing for increased supplies if any issues arise, and better
Increased,
equipment if anything
yeah.
comes. Yeah. It's just
Better.
a cushion for fallback.
Yeah, it is a worry spent.
Yeah.
I rather a worry spent than
Then we lose our troops. Yeah.
it is better to spend money on them, especially since that'll be better for morale. Because they will realize, we're not just expendable.
Also, yeah,
Like,
if we're spending these mass amounts of money on them, the troops are gonna think, "Holy shit, we actually mean something."
like this is important.
Like,
Yeah, this is important.
yeah, can we go with 10 plat? Probably. We could probably maintain with like
Yeah, we could-
10,
we could go.
possibly 10.5.
Yeah, we could definitely go with that. But
But
that's
it
the
is-
bare minimum of spending, and it's going
Yeah.
to impact a lot of things.
such as morale in general, equipment, like
How they think of us, what they are willing to
Exactly.
do for us. Because
Oh,
I know
Fuck! I forgot. We missed something.
Huh.
what.
Troop salary.
True.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how much does a normal person make? How much
Like-
does a normal person?
like a soldier in general.
No, I don't even. So it doesn't matter. Just what does a normal, on average, person make
The
I'm
Real
average,
world or in game?
in game?
yeah, in game.
I don't feel like breaking your economy today.
I would say the average person in game a week makes a silver.
1 silver a week,
1 silver
so
a week.
4 silver a month.
4 silver a month.
You got to think most people don't see a gold. a
Yeah.
year.
True.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
gold
so
is like
then-
a
All
rare
right, so
thing.
hold on.
So like
hold on,
adventurers
hold on,
carrying
hold on,
like
hold on.
hundreds of gold is like insane.
Hold on. All right. So
I'll
if
be right
it's
back and you go use the
1,000, if it's 1,000 troops per legion, then maybe 20 silver per soldier.
20 silver per soldier.
That's a nice, good salary, and it'll give them it's a good amount of cash as a reward for risking their fucking lives.
So 14 plat.
You see a lot of the other leaders are kind of like, maybe not that high. How about 10?
I can
10.
finance. I could. You do realize I think split between each of us, we have like 300 platinum.
Well, they're also trying not to break the global economy.
Yeah.
Fair.
So
But still, I think
I understand
can
where
I
you're coming
convince you guys to move that up to 15,
from.
12,
14,
13.
13?
Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
13.
We're talking sword
13.
economy.
That's
Huh?
13 silver. 13 silver.
Yeah, 13 silver for each troop, so that's 13 times
910
1,000.
gold.
910 gold per legion.
No,
That's per-
that's per entire. That is the cost that it will cost to give 10 silver or it was 13 silver per the entire 7,000 troops.
Oh, damn. That's
And then how often are you paying them?
I'd
once a
say once every 6 months.
No, once a month.
Once.
That way, because you get a silver per month, right? So then, if you're giving it in the same thing as a normal person, 10 silver per month. So per month you make the whatever
Okay,
13
so
times
these
4
people,
is.
these soldiers will be making like 2.5 times the average monthly salary.
Yes,
well.
52
That's
silver.
actually very reasonable.
I mean, yeah, it should be. They're risking their lives. There is a very real chance these men and women are going to fucking die.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
52 sil per troop per month. There you go. 910 for all 7k. So 9 shit. That's not the right thing. 910 that's in gold. Oh wait, no,
Wait, hold on,
910 is
that's
in silver.
52 silver a month?
Yeah.
I said most people get like a silver a week.
Yeah.
So that's like
And
4
we're giving
silver
them 13 silver a week.
a week.
Yeah.
13
God
times
damn.
4, 52.
I thought
Oh.
you were. I thought you. Were
I
paying
was
them
going
once a
for
month.
13 a month.
Oh.
Because, yeah, most people make 4 silver a month, Whack.
Well, okay. So then, if that's the case, don't mind. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, it's 13 silver a month.
Don't mind me. 13, 13 a month per person, right?
Yes, 13 a month per person.
Okay. Okay. So that's still gonna equate to 910 silver a month.
Mhm.
For all 7,000 people. So 910 times that by the 6 months that we're anticipating. Divide that up by 100 because plat is easier to calculate.
Yeah.
54 for plat. And 60G for the full 6 months.
All right, 54
Nine,
plat
10.
and 60 gold for the full 6 months of the invasion, or at least the initial invasion.
I love how this entire stream is just us looking at logistics.
I mean, yeah, this is important.
Yes, I know,
Hey,
This
and
is
I'm
all
glad.
I had planned for this session.
I'm
Yeah.
very much glad that you guys were able to handle this because this is way too much for my brain.
Look,
Oh, yeah,
math
no,
is
don't
my
worry, I get it.
specialty. You want to do
And
logistics? That's him.
I am
That's Deacon.
surprisingly good with general tactics.
General tactics is definitely more Deacon. I will do the finances. I can tell you how much that initial anything will cost,
Yeah, Whack is
and
our
that will
accountant.
be the again.
Yeah,
I mean,
again.
seriously, he has been our accountant in every campaign so far.
Mostly because I think all of us hate math.
And I'm
Um,
over here just enjoying it.
Also, keep in mind that everything you guys have been planning out have been written down on scrolls.
Yeah.
Every time you make changes, that scroll's crumpled up, thrown in a corner, and everything's rewritten down on the
Jesus.
scroll.
Oh god.
You have about 5 aides in this room that are just writing.
Oh
Hey,
god, I
Really?
feel so bad for them.
Why
Can
don't
I
you
give
guys
them
just
1
wait
gold each?
Why don't you guys just wait
Well-
until we're finished to write everything
Well, they want to
down?
make sure they get everything written down so
Yeah,
nothing is
they're
forgotten.
keeping track of everything.
God,
Ah,
I'm
I
putting a
see.
gold. I'm giving a gold piece to each one of those scribes. There's
Alright.
5 scribes, so I'm giving 5
We're
gold away.
scribes right down. Scribes are given a gold piece.
Scribe
They
is
don't
given
even
a gold
realize that
piece.
you put a piece of gold in front of them. They're real
They are
Concentrated?
completely. They are laser focused.
Yeah, they
because
good.
essentially what they're gonna do is after everything's been finalized, they're going to rewrite everything into one scroll
Oh
Mhm.
Jesus Christ!
Transcribe it all.
My gold.
and basically that's the contract. That is the war declaration.
They deserve
Yeah.
that gold. Okay.
Agreed.
That is. I think that's 100% worth it. Anyways.
Yeah, those guys deserve it.
And they
After
have
the
it
amount of-
segmented off finances, troop cost, ship cost, maintenance.
Oh Jesus Christ! They
Yeah.
have inscribed that there is accounting just in case for literally anything.
Yeah.
They have a 1.4 plat cushion for every legion.
1.4 platinum fallback fund for each legion.
That's basically what it's transcribed as is that much open loose spending for emergency / extra necessity.
Yeah.
Oh god.
This is actually pretty fun.
Yeah. Let me think. What else do we possibly need?
You got troop pay, you got food and water, you got transport, you
Equipment.
have your rules of engagement.
Equipment
Wasn't the
costs?
equipment given from your father or someone's father? I can't remember.
The
Val,
equipment was given from
Hello.
King Saris and Queen Adeline. They had a stockpile.
All right.
Jesus.
So
Okay, fair enough.
how
I
much?
also requested
How
that
much?
funds
How
be
many of our
sent to the
legions can
army.
be outfitted with their stockpile?
I want to say it was
One
5,000
extra legion
gold
can be
pieces.
fitted with the Portonus stockpile.
All
So
right,
we have-
The
So we have enough stock-
The Chaldeus army is fitted with their own shit. Typically,
How many?
light
How many
leather and
legions
whatever.
does Chaldeus have?
Did I say 4 or 5?
I don't remember.
That's
You
You
not
have
said
my bad.
7. I think it's 5.
All right.
yeah, it's
So
The Chaldeus Legion doesn't really want it. They're used to lighter armor and everything with
You
heavier
can give it-
weapons.
You can give that part of that equipment to my legion, I think.
yeah, the Adiranian Legion would be good for that.
So
That's good.
it's
Though we will have to
so-
split up a lot of the armor just to ensure that the shield troops can have their heavy armor, the pikemen,
yeah.
salters have their
Yeah.
equipment.
So how much extra
Uh,
equipment do we have?
Verna, for your legion, the stats are pretty much all the same, but you can +1 to every AC.
Oh damn. Okay.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
We're gonna
'cause
have to make a
Verna's an
distinction
artificer.
about that.
+1 to every AC and every weapon.
Yeah, that's a lot. And keep in mind, when in 2 more levels, I can +2 that.
Okay, so what
Because-
else? So we have food, we have water, we have do we think about housing? What do we need for housing? Do we need tents? What do we need?
I think that is a good point, and we
Yeah.
should figure out the basic stuff. But
Like when we're in
once we take the
cities and
port cities, we
towns,
can use the port cities and towns for lodgings.
yeah. But when we're on the move
But
and
that
moving
doesn't-
towards different locations, I think most
Yeah,
likely
but-
tents.
Yeah.
The thing
Tents.
about using the housing at the port cities is that realistically that's 3,000 troops. How are they gonna house 3 grand in troops?
Well, bunking
I mean,
and rooms and everything.
bunking, the houses. Like this is a city, Whack. Most
Oh,
cities have
okay.
a population of
Like
upwards
even
of 1,000.
like you would imagine
I-
that
I didn't know if
Hasfeld
they were-
probably rebuilt some of the cities after the destruction.
A tent will hold 2 troops,
Alright,
and it
so-
Okay,
costs
but
2
how big is
gold.
the tent?
They weigh 20 pounds. They'll house 2 people. And they cost 2 gold piece a piece.
Nice.
Is there a bigger tent?
This is from D&D Beyond. I don't know. I don't think so. I think as far as it goes, a tent is like 2 people. Obviously you would
gold.
have like a commander's tent that would be bigger,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but okay, because here's what I'm thinking. Because again, keeping morale in mind, I don't want to give them a tent
Shit
that can only
tents.
hold 2 people, and it's a
we
small
can
tent.
say that like you provide like a plan for a bigger tent. It'll hold 5 troops comfortably with plenty of room for them to be able to like take off their
Okay.
gear and everything.
How much do you
That will
think that would
cost effectively to make a tent of that size with what you're attending? We'll say 8 gold pieces.
I think that is 100% reasonable.
That's reasonable.
So 100. So okay. So then that is, it holds 5 people, right?
5 troops per tent.
So
7,000. Divide that by 5. Times that by 8 for the 8 cost that it costs. Divide that by 100. 112
That
plat.
immediately.
That is honestly fair. Cause yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see,
that's
112 plat. Let me see what would happen if we were to do that 2. Because it's 7,000. It's essentially 7,000 gold because it's 2 plat for that 10, so that's 7,000 gold. That's like 70 plat. But why spend 70 plat when you can do? Yeah, that's 42 more plat, but it's more comfortable. Gives them more room. Okay, yeah, I'm comfortable spending 42 more plat just to keep them comfortable.
me too.
it'll also allow for better like morale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which
camaraderie
is
and everything
which is
between-
incredibly important.
yeah.
If we lose the troops' morale, the entire invasion is fucked.
Yeah, 42 plat to keep, and that's for all 7,000 troops. You
Yeah.
only need to buy the thing once.
That's a one-time expense of 42 plat for an increase in morale. That is a very good trade.
Well, it's a one-time thing of 112 plat.
Yeah.
But that's 42 more plat than the 70 plat, and it increases the morale, it increases all that good stuff by a ton.
Yeah, because
That
good
is-
lodgings are shockingly important to high morale.
Yeah. Okay, that works. So then a one-time expense of 112. That works with me. Plat for, how do you spell lodging?
LODGING.
Never mind, got it.
Yeah.
I guessed it. Okay, so one-time expense. Okay, yeah, that's, so we have housing, we have
Food, equipment,
food, equipment,
general
water,
supplies, transport,
transport, pay.
salary.
What else are we thinking? Because we're, huh?
Maintenance.
Maintenance. Okay, yeah.
Maintenance isn't
Equipment
bad.
maintenance.
That
How
could,
much-
that
You
that
could
would be-
probably allot like your like if you don't end up using it, the extra like the overpay.
No. That we're not
no,
worrying about
that
that.
goes to the Adiranian,
Okay.
We're not worrying about that.
But you
especially
can probably just amass like a general cost of weapons
like
and
a
gear
general
maintenance.
maintenance salary
Yeah,
Yeah.
what would that
or
be?
budget.
I mean, you could probably add like
10 plat.
Is it
I mean,
what?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers. Like considering we're trying to maintain like
Because I'm
for this
also
first invasion.
I'm not concerning myself with the first invasion. I'm doing an entirety. We can minimize it by lessening it by, the 3 legions that we're sending out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see what the overall cost is going to be,
Yeah, that makes sense.
because that is a lot easier to come up with than just seeing what the 3 legions are gonna do.
Yeah.
So
How
Yeah.
how expensive would it be to maintain one trooper
1,000
set of
troops.
equipment?
Oh yeah, there you
one
go.
group
One
set of equipment. I would say,
That includes
seeing
their
everyone
weapon,
with like a
armor.
whetstone so that they can sharpen their blades regularly.
Mhm.
Ensuring that probably especially Verna having the dwarves, like ensuring that they have like forges and stuff at the ready,
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case they have to like
Mhm.
actually like properly fix weapons and armor.
Like I imagine that'll probably be one of the main uses of the airships. It's just mobile forges
Mhm.
Yeah.
as well, because
Mobile maintenance bays and stuff.
yeah, along with
And
just like
air
providing
fire support.
general support in general.
Yeah, fire support from the air.
Yeah, so what is
So I would say, yeah, probably about 10 platinum for the 6 months.
10 plat for 6 months?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
So
I imagine like your extra overage would be going to
Overhang.
like getting new armor and weapons.
don't touch the overage. The overage is for other shit.
Okay.
Okay.
I've made clear
So
that
like
that
that's
overage
10
is
plat
for
for all 7,000 troops. Right, God?
Yes.
Okay. 10 plat
So
for
per
7,000
month.
troops per 6 months.
That is 1 plat and 67 gold per month.
Okay.
Per month. We can most likely just bump it to 2 to say fuck it, to make sure that we have enough people doing maintenance,
Yeah,
B,
go ahead
making
and
sure
bump
they're
it
not
Yeah.
doing.
to
Morale and equipment conditions
so
are
it'd be
very
12
important.
plat for 6 months.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I need to go take some dishes down. You guys
Per
continue working
month
things out.
for maintenance. Don't know how to spell. That is okay. That is not maintenance, but it looks close enough. I don't know. Minutensis. 2 plat per month.
Carl, can you remind me why all the agents are animals there?
12 plat for 6 months for maintenance expenses.
Including overhang. Case of anything, because morale for the troops isn't the only morale that we need to keep in mind. So, like that's 0.33 plat.
Mm-hmm.
It's 33 gold. Overhang just in case.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty good.
considering no one has like rarely people ever see gold in their eyes. Yeah, I think
Mhm.
that overhang of 33 should be fine. Yeah. So that covers maintenance as well. Anything else? Do we need to worry about?
I think that's everything.
Okay.
Maintenance, supplies, transport, lodging.
Does that include healers
salary.
or anything like that?
That's a fair point. Medical expenses are
Yeah, because medical expenses is important.
Yeah. Mm,
Someone gets. I want to do the math for severe injury because if it's not severe,
That is
and
another thing. Medical expenses.
yes, we just mentioned.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's what we're
Uh,
going over now.
I'd rather go over severe injury because if people don't need severe injury, that is cost that can go to other things,
Mhm.
but it is overhang, and that is what I care about. So what, like, if a soldier gets severely injured, they're still alive and they can still fight, but severely injured. What is the cost that it would take to help them get up within about a week or two?
Depends on the injury.
Severe.
All right, let's.
He's talking
What's the
like
worst?
the leg is taken off.
So, since we have things like healing potions and stuff, let's use those.
Mm.
Do you just want to buy a surplus of healing
Zena,
potions?
I do not know right
Well,
Sort
now.
of,
and we
kind
need
of,
to
not
he-
really.
We need to also hire healers.
Maybe.
Nurses.
But hey, stick
people
around.
who
I might
specialize
be
in
able to
that
stream it
field.
later because
Yeah,
my friends are playing
and,
it today,
healing mages.
and I do tend to play with my friends,
Do the mages know healing magic?
and they are playing today.
That
so
is also
I might be
important,
able to join them later.
because if
We can
not,
cut
then
down
we should
costs like
train
that.
Then we should train the Legion mages in at least basic cure wounds.
At the very
You could
least.
probably say that 10 per 100 mages in your legions.
How
know
much would it
healing
cost?
magic.
How much would it cost to train enough of those to have 5 out of 10 no basic cure wounds, basic healing magic to heal someone if they get fucking, I don't know, scraped or injured or anything like that? And how much would it cost to train
Slapped with a sword.
one? Yeah, to train 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 100, whatever, to do a bit more
So, like,
for the
to
healing.
be able their extreme trauma
Ba-dum,
Right.
and
So
basic
Because
injuries.
in order, what I'm seeing, right, in order to learn spells outside of like leveling and whatnot and class specialization, it takes time
Mm-hmm.
and like a scroll or a tome.
Okay, how
and
much
then
is
it
that?
depends on the spell
Can
you're
the
trying to
scroll-
learn.
Can the scroll or tome be reused?
I'm
If
sure
so,
a
how
tome
many
could
times?
be reused.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point. It probably could be reused.
Right, and
Like
how
a
many
tome
times?
could,
does
but
it
not like
lose
a spell,
effect?
not like a spell scroll,
I
but
don't
most likely
think
a tome.
so, because if you're studying
Okay.
with scroll, it's just words on paper.
Okay, so then what we can, how much would be like 100 tomes of cure
Cure
like
wounds.
cure wounds? Yeah. What does 1 tome of cure wounds cost?
Scroll.
Whatever. Tomato, potato, vodka.
I'm still trying to figure out if spell scrolls are actually reusable or not.
Well,
like
they're
if
not
you-
using the scroll; they're learning from it.
That's
So
right.
if you're going off of game mechanics, no.
What if we just make it a tome instead? And because I'm sure tomes would be better than scrolls, anyways.
Okay. Scroll of cure.
Blame God for all the math,
Yeah.
Hold on.
because it's God's fault that I need these numbers in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, so spell scroll's cost depends on the spell's rarity, which is proportionate to the character level.
Okay, and
so I
most of those is
Cure Wounds is what level spell? It's like a first level spell, right? You can use
I
that
think
at first
so.
level.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would
Cure
be
wounds.
that's a pretty common spell. So I think
Yeah,
that would
Cure Wounds is
be
first level.
for such a common spell. I think that would be like 50 gold piece. Because what I'm looking at here says common first character level spell, value 50 to 100. Uncommon first character level spell is 101 to 500. Rare fifth is 501
Okay.
to 5,000. 11th is
So
501 to
okay.
50,000.
So let's spend the 50 plat that it's going to cost to get 100 of those so that they can read them, so we can get a decent amount of the wizards and the whatever the fucks.
Is
to
that going to be 50 plat?
That's 50 plat because yeah, it's 50 gold times 100 for the 100 that I want. 5,000 divided by 100, 50 plat.
Also, also, I just realized we're probably also gonna have to work on getting
And that's
like,
also not
more healing
Mhm.
supplies for us in general. I just thought about
Yeah.
that because that could be a problem.
Yeah,
Also,
that
I
could.
think getting a
Oh,
stockpile
okay.
of
Actually,
healing
here we go.
potions
Here we go.
to
This one's
assign
actually
to the
listed.
troops would be
Okay,
very
that one's
useful.
listed. Hold on.
Spell scroll of cure wounds. Spell level 1, rarity common, price 90 gold pieces.
90 gold pieces?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Good
Like,
lord.
Here,
That's
I'll
significantly more. That's
That's
40 gold more. That's almost a
little-
plat.
what the fuck?
Hey,
This is what I'm looking at for this.
Okay, let's see this.
that is actually insane.
Okay,
For a
that's
Spell
common
scroll of
spell?
mass heal is 50,000.
No,
Yeah, but we're not.
we're not going for mass heal.
Yeah,
we're
I
going
know.
for basic.
We're going for literally level 1.
Yeah. Spell scroll of cure wounds is, according to this, 90 gold pieces.
You're telling me that a spell for fireball levels, which is spell level 3, is 60 gold more only. That's not reasonable.
That is in no way reasonable.
I'm literally looking
I
at it.
think we'll
Common
stick with
spell
the
scrolls
original
and their
price.
prices.
I think
Spell
we'll stick with the original price.
Yeah, we'll do the 50 plat.
And then we also need healing potions to give out to the troops so that we don't have
How much is a healing
wizards wait.
potion?
A basic healing potion. Basic healing potion 5A. Here we go. Potion of healing is common. D&D healing
I
potion.
think they're like 50 gold a pop.
Let me see. Healing, yeah. The common 2d4
Yeah.
plus 2 is 50 gold. Greater healing is 100, superior is 500, and supreme is 1,350.
While you guys are doing this as well, if there's like anything that you guys want to buy for your character as far as potions, items, anything like that,
I feel like some potions
Let me know.
would be.
Is there a better katana?
later.
Damn it.
like
Okay.
I have what I need and want. Like, actually, hold on. Let me. I'm like thinking, because I'm actually planning on, like, after we get everything worked out, while we're like training all the troops and organizing everything, I'm planning to have Verna learn to use some heavy armor, like some heavier armor than she's using.
That's actually a pretty good plan.
Okay, so. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the 12 plat
Okay. So
per
Verna,
month, so
for
14
learning
plat per month.
new proficiencies, it's gonna be 250 days and cost you 1 gold piece per day.
Oh damn!
And that's
I
from page 187 of the player's handbook.
I have more than enough gold, but the days.
For everything except.
I mean, we've got like 3 months to prepare.
I know,
6.
but I know it's
Okay,
just a lot.
So for 1,000 troops, it is 14 plat per month.
All right. So that's
That includes that includes the maintenance. It includes food, all that good stuff.
all right. 14 plat a month, excluding for everything but lodging.
It includes everything except lodging.
Yeah.
The lodging is that 112
Yeah. it's-
expense.
Yeah. 14 plat per month is actually pretty good.
Yeah, with that includes the maintenance of absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, anything that isn't touched, which is assumably going to be a chunk of
A fair
change.
bit. Yeah,
yes,
that's gonna
yes,
be
that is Tescus.
currency as well.
Yeah, so
By the way, Deacon, Xana's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Xana.
She's asking if that's Tescus.
Yeah, this is me. Hello.
Once I figure out how to make it so that character can use heavy armor, I will request that I can train to use it.
I believe in
could
you.
just-
Anyways,
You could
It's-
just increase your constitution.
No.
that would make too much sense. That would make too
That
much
would
sense.
make too much sense. Can't have that.
Coming from the man who blew himself
Here's
up.
another thing.
Okay, that was on accident, you fuck ass.
Here's
Alright,
another
what's
thing you
another
guys
thing?
may or may not
what
want.
you did, though.
Okay, what?
Siege weapons.
Huh?
Yes,
What weapons?
siege, weapons.
equipment.
Oh,
Trebuchets, battering rams, catapults, ballista.
I mean, wouldn't that fall under mages?
Well, unfortunately, not the average mage can't really bring out the power to, like, these are
a
level 4
fireball
mages.
is a really good opening attack. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
right
but the
now.
thing is that we're gonna
Fireball,
be
scorching
facing,
ray.
like
Hit
no,
a
like
fucking wooden
facing
gate with.
facing like fortresses or walls. We're gonna need
the
a
gate's
different way
still
to bring
made of
them
wood and
down.
Metal. It's going to melt.
yeah,
heat
a
metal,
but-
fireball is literally an explosion. You can take out a wall with a fireball.
Yeah.
Candy is Tessa's shiny character. No, Tessa's
And
is not
Scorching
shiny
Ray is
here,
literally
don't
level
worry.
2. How what's our level? What's the level for
The casters are level 4.
level 4? Perfect. Fireball comes at level 3. So
Yeah. So they can't. So like siege equipment falls under the category of wizards because magic is essentially turning someone into a walking siege weapon.
yeah.
Your walls might be thick, but
So is
I can detonate
so is this
C4 at
magic?
range. I have
Uh,
a concealed carry RPG 7, motherfucker.
Go gadget concealed carry.
Go gadget concealed carry RPG.
Go Gadget concealed napalm.
No,
That's
We
what
are
Scorching
not
Ray
using
is.
Concealed carry
napalm.
napalm.
That's what Scorching Ray is.
we're not.
No, scorching ray is I think
You create 3
technically
rays
scorching
of
ray would
fire
be
and hurl them at
anti-tank, would be
targets
an
with
anti-
ray.
Interesting, because I'm stupid. Does
Scorching
longbow
ray-
and shortbow fall under martial weapons?
Yes.
Okay.
Scorching ray would would be technically an anti-tank weapon because it's a
Okay.
spear of like heat, which is essentially what anti-tank weapons are. They're just
Fair.
cone-shaped explosions.
So I have an idea. I have an idea. It's incredibly stupid and will never be able to be implemented.
Tell it.
It is an amazing idea. It's just never going to be implemented because A, the cost is going to be astronomically insane.
Share, bird. Share.
One wizard be probably close to level 20 because I want to have the tungsten rods.
No,
Yes.
That's prohibitively expensive.
it is
I told
insanely
you.
expensive.
I told you it's most likely never going to be able to be implemented because of the cost alone. Not even to say that a wizard would literally have to train to get up to the level to be able to do
Okay,
it.
for reference,
Wait, are you trying to
took-
make a tungsten rod bomb?
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Oh my fucking god!
Rods
okay.
from God.
Whack,
God
burp,
it.
burp, burp. For reference,
What?
it took 5 years for Verna to get to level 3 of constant training.
Again,
Like, she was training
I know
every
it's
day.
not going to happen, but I think it would be great.
Yeah.
Because that alone could do really well against.
Still, that's a bomb. That is not exactly
It's not a bomb because it doesn't explode. It's just a tungsten
It's a
rod
kinetic
falling from-
strike.
Do
Yeah,
you not
rods from
understand how much more devastating that can be?
Uh, For those who have no fucking clue what Bird is talking about, if you've played Call of Duty, you know the Odin. He wants to do that.
Yeah, like it's
The
specifically
rods
Call of
from
Duty
God
Ghosts.
idea- The
Rods
Rods from
from
God
God.
idea was a bundle of telephone pole size, 20-foot long, 1 foot in diameter, tungsten rods
dropped from orbit.
reaching a speed of up to 10 times the speed of sound. The rod itself would penetrate hundreds of feet into the earth, destroying and potentially hardened bunkers or secret underground sites.
Yeah. And also causing massive fucking earthquakes by destroying chunks of a tectonic plate.
Yeah, this is
Small details.
That would violently eviscerate the entire continent.
yes. One of those could probably
see-
shatter the continent.
The tungsten rod bomb using a 5 cubic foot block of tungsten creates a 22 megaton explosion. That's as much as a nuclear detonation.
Yeah, and this is 20-foot long.
God, no, Bird,
No, burp, no, no.
we're not,
Rods from
we're
God.
not, we are not,
We are
Rods
not
from God.
resorting to the Odin.
we are not resorting to rods from God till we start attacking Hasfell.
Okay.
I don't even think we're gonna want to use them there.
I mean, you never know. We
Hey,
could
rods
make the
from God
rods
is a
smaller.
I'm
Fair
sorry, I
enough.
don't want to exactly want to destroy them outright like that.
I do.
I mean, we don't have to use it on all of Hasfell, just Amadine.
Can we just use it on him?
Yeah, sure.
On a
You
singular
gotta,
individual.
you gotta remember,
You'd
he's
be a
he's in their
warfighter.
one city that we know about, aka the capital of
Yeah,
of
that we know
Haspel.
about. They've got more.
We don't know if they've got more.
Of course they do.
Wait,
Keep
are
in
any of those
mind-
mages?
Keep in mind
Yes.
that Haspel is
Wait,
basically
I'm-
a
you do it?
giant
I'm a warlock.
mountainous island.
We can do it.
No.
The best part
That
is I
is-
don't need to breathe, so I don't even need Necklace of Adaptation.
Let's
But we're
go.
still not doing it.
No, we're not doing
Oh.
it, okay? We're not resorting
I'm
to
not
Odin.
doing rods from God.
Do you know the damage that would output?
Yes, I know the
don't
damage
want to
that
think
would
about it,
output.
okay?
No, like a on a number basis. Do you know the damage that would output?
Upwards of around 1,000 damage.
Cause what? It's like 10. It's what 1d10 damage per 10 feet of altitude that you go more than what 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how
That's
long until
upwards of
orbit?
1,000 damage.
Orbit in feet. How high up is orbit? 6.5 million feet.
There is an issue though. Bird, there's an issue.
What?
Range.
Fly only lasts 10 minutes, so the highest you can
Aw.
go with a single cast of fly is 3.6 kilometers.
Okay, so how much is a kilometer per feet? You said what? 3 point what?
3.6.
Oh yeah, I see that as more than capable. Hold on. To that minus the initial 30,
God,
so that's
God, can you please tell him to
1d10.
stop?
We're
It's
not
not
going-
gonna happen. They can talk about it all they want. It's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I know it's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
I
but
know it's not gonna
funny
happen.
It's funny to speculate.
absolutely hysterical. Anyways, so that's that many feet. So then per 10 feet is another D10, right?
Yeah.
So divide that by 10. That's reasonable.
How
It's
many?
only like yeah.
1,178 D10 damage.
I-
Hold on, let me just roll that real quick.
Oh God sake!
D10. There we go. It's only like 5,463 damage.
5,614 damage.
Look at that. See? It's only
So
like upwards of 5,000 damage.
Well, that's how we one-shot a Tarask, if anyone's wondering.
no, that is like that would completely obliterate 15 Taras.
Hold on. But isn't that physical damage?
Yeah.
Tarask are immune to physical damage.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, it's not physical if you make the rod magical.
That's true. But then that
And
would
you can-
that would waste precious time while it's falling to the ground.
No, you make the rod magical before that, which you can do with a artificer making it a +1.
Oh right.
So you don't have to waste time.
So I would
No.
need to cast Fly, carry Verna up there,
No,
so that she can cast +1 on the rod when I create it before it
Yeah,
drops.
just-
You're gonna have to, no, you have to
Yeah,
do
you-
the thing where you cast +1 before it hits.
Yeah, you do the
Oh.
+1 before you use fly.
No, not before you use.
no,
fly,
no.
because it'll
+1
burn
is
off.
permanent no
Before it
matter what.
hits.
Yeah, the +1 will hold no matter what. So you do it before you use the fly, so that way when you fly up with it, you
No,
can just drop
Bird,
it when it's done.
Bird, I have to create it in the air. I can't carry a 5 cubic foot block of tungsten. And Verna. Verna
I
weighs
guess,
like
yeah.
600 pounds.
Right now she weighs 350 without armor.
Well,
Yeah, so let's
well,
just go with
you
600.
don't have to necessarily make a tungsten rod that's 20 foot because it's just doing the fall calculations. So what do you necessarily absolutely need, which is the bare minimum? You could probably do less.
2
Wait,
foot
can't we
wide
just
block
drop
of tungsten.
Verna?
That would kill Verna!
just
Falling
wait.
damage alone.
What the fuck, Burp? What the actual fuck? I am not getting dropped by a fucking. I'm not getting dropped from air. From the air to become a fucking bomb. Oh, dear lord. Ugh,
Phase of the invasion is completed.
fuck sakes, you guys.
It
Oh,
would
you
work
left.
though.
No wonder you weren't responding.
Yeah, I left
I said
because I
that.
need a moment to scream.
Yeah, she did.
We weren't going to do it.
I
We're just
know,
saying
but
that it would
still,
work.
I needed to scream.
Okay.
We are only saying that
You
it would
scream whenever
work.
Tex does shit that he's not
Yeah,
going to
because
do.
that's Tex.
I can't scream because the burp is being a burp.
Fair.
Hey, I'm a bird
I
constantly.
told you to muzzle him.
I did it.
Yeah, but that doesn't work in
have
IRL,
muzzled him.
bitch.
Yeah,
Anyways.
this is...
I cast mute.
Hey God,
Joke's on
cast
you.
mute.
Huh?
Cast mute on the bird.
No.
Sure. Sorry, while you guys are fucking around, I'm
Right.
remap building.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so we
Alright,
got
so-
everything, right? We don't need siege weapons. What else do we think we need?
We can worry about siege weapons after the first stage of the invasion is completed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what else do we need?
I think that's
Realistically
everything. I mean, aside from
think-
like healing potions.
Yeah, but do you think we could spend like another plat for the first 4 months to train up some of the wizards to be higher level?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have 4 months in training, don't we?
Plus, they'd also get
6.
experience from being in combat.
Yeah,
We
you
have
guys
6
have 6 months.
Yeah, we
Like
have
your
6 months of
planning,
training.
prepping, everything like that is
Oh.
taking place over 6 months.
And the
Fantastic.
invasion
so we are
is planning on then the first stage of the invasion. Our maximum time frame is 6 months.
Tescus,
Oh, excuse
Deacon.
me.
Yeah.
Zena just said this. Technically, as Zena, I say we drop Tescus from orbit.
Technically, as Tescus, I say we drop you onto the Baneblade. How about that, Xana?
a lot
The
of damage,
Baneblade
yes.
that the Twuck is lusting after currently.
Yeah. How about I drop you from orbit, motherfucker?
Or from the
We're
hold on.
talking about this with
Space
like
Marine.
no context to the other campaign.
Fucking scaly ass.
So anyways, so yeah, we can spend an
Fucking
extra
dragon.
plat per month to train up the wizards and whoever else do we deem. So like the tanks and the wizards.
Mm-hmm.
I think would be fair to train up maybe past level 5 because I think everyone in the army is level 4.
Uh,
So if we can get them to level 5, and if we're lucky to level 6, maybe 7, that would be nice.
Plus,
Deacon.
they'll get experience from being in combat, so we don't have
Yeah.
to train them too hard. Yes?
Response from Zena. Tell the shiny little shit that I can survive that drop, and sure, drop me on the Blame Blade. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the
I
shiny
think
little
Tex
shit?
may have something
That's
to say
Deacon.
about that.
In the other campaign, he's made of crystal,
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
and I made of bronze.
So God, do you think that's so? If we spend like another plat per month, we can train up the tanks of the army and the mages of the army to possibly level 5, maybe level 6 if we're lucky.
No, because it's going to take you that long just to amass your armies and get moving.
Yeah.
Damn it.
We
Okay.
can probably focus on more training in the field.
Okay, that works. Can we oh wait, some of the extra cash that's left over from every month we can give to those who are training extra diligently to like incentivize stronger troops.
That could work.
That
And
could
we're
work,
not going to give them
training
like all of
incentives.
it, obviously. We're giving a
Like
portion
a
of it.
majority of it's going to go to the reconstruction of Adoran.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can give them like an extra silver, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be the select few that are actually diligently training. So
But God,
That's not
I
too
also
bad.
have a different question.
Huh.
Verna would actually want to, like, after the meeting's all done and everything, ask the High Four about she's kind of having a bit of a problem doing research regarding spirituality and souls, and if they could help.
Okay.
She just needs
Um.
help, and, well, this is kind of one of the last places I can turn to.
As
Yeah,
far as
the-
like trying to figure out where you like why you have a soul and stuff.
Yeah.
Lady Onyx says that she can try to look into it, but she has no idea. And Empress Nu, who is a
Monk.
monk, says that she can also try to do some research and some meditation on it and see if she can't glean some sort of hint. But other than that, you're as much of an anomaly to them as you are to yourself.
Then that's at least something. It's better than nothing so far I've been finding. All I've been finding is magazines about necromancy.
Hey, don't bash necromancy.
I'm not. I'm Lord Gonzel was a necromancer. I like necromancy.
I
I
didn't know that.
find it very interesting.
anyways.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's just that necromancy isn't helping her find out why the fuck she has a soul.
True.
Very fair. After the meeting, can I train in I guess taking a hit? I want to raise my con as much as I can.
You already have
Shut up.
con.
I want more.
Taking mine.
I mean,
I'm
you
going to
guys
strap you
have-
to a fucking shield.
You guys have 6 months. Over that 6 months,
Can I learn
you
how to
guys,
swim?
No, that is the one thing you're not allowed to do.
You are not
Oh.
allowed to learn to swim. Fuck you, Bird. That's
you may,
my
you may
job.
learn anything else, but you are not allowed to swim.
You are not allowed to swim. You will be forever constrained by the limits of land.
This is bullshit.
You have most
Fuck
likely
you.
eaten the devil fruit.
You have eaten the devil's fruit. You cannot swim.
God, why can't I swim?
Because fuck you.
over the course of your 6 months that you guys are going to be prepping, gathering your army, getting the ships ready, getting the troops ready, all of that, you guys are able to do whatever you want. If you want to train, you can do that. If you want to go buy things, you can do
Can I
that.
learn how to swim?
So
No.
I'm gonna have to give up my elf weapon proficiencies to get heavy armor proficiency.
God.
Maybe it's not worth it.
No.
God, am I able to learn how to swim?
You're a bird. You have some sort of innate swimming ability.
The best thing Bird can do is slap the water with his wings.
I do bird bath. Can I
Where are
learn?
you going to go learn how to swim?
I don't fucking know yet.
See what happens when a crow hits water.
They don't do too well.
I don't care. I want to learn to swim.
Bird, no.
So I will
Oh,
say
oh,
that
oh.
Verna is going to work on like some of her equipment, work on like helping train up troops and possibly work out some designs for some siege equipment.
Deacon is going to heal from his
Um,
insides being on the outsides
But
and
also I might
try again.
no this time I'm helping you, you fucker.
I'm doing it over the period of 6 months.
I'm still
I'll have
helping
time
you.
to iron out every issue.
I'm still helping you.
Yeah, well, I still need to get materials, and I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna get a Tarask tooth
Again.
again.
I'm surprised we lost all of it.
I mean, you can try to find it.
I think actually,
Isn't it
you
like a
know what?
6
Fuck
mile
it. I'm gonna
radius?
try finding all the materials that got scattered across the continent.
It's not a continent. It was just across 6 mile radius of the mountain. So you were
Yeah,
at the top of the
6
mountain. So just 6 miles. Find it with
6
the
mile
map.
radius. I'm gonna go fucking
That
look
can
for
take you a
those
month.
things.
It can take you a month.
Dear fucking lord.
I have
Hey,
detect
I am
magic.
cost
It'll be easy.
efficient. I am cost efficient. All right.
I have detect magic. I can find the most important parts.
Yeah, detect the Taras tooth. That's the biggest one.
Well, and the crystal,
Yeah, I guess that one too.
because I also need the fucking power source.
Yeah.
I
How long
think,
does
I
it
think I
take
might
to
try it
find
under the
out?
ocean.
So yeah, Verna's going to be working on her equipment, helping out wherever she can, and I will also say that we will be buying some potions quite a bit.
okay.
But I don't have an exact number right now, but I'll work that out. in
Let
a
me know
bit.
whenever.
Health potion.
And I think we might be going for, I'd say maybe superior or greater.
Superior would probably be good. Or wait, which one's worse?
Superior. Or
No,
no, superior is
greater.
better. Greater is
Then,
worse.
then greater.
Greater
Because
is
most of us-
44. Superior is 84.
Yeah, then greater is probably the best because none of us have that high health.
I do.
Fuck you, Bird. You don't count. You're a mage.
Fuck you, Bird.
What?
You know what you did.
I'm level 5. I can't.
You
I'm not
know
that
what you
bad.
did.
I'm not that bad.
Yes,
Okay,
you are.
okay. So, God.
What's up?
So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, at least. What's everyone else? Besides Deacon with him going to find it.
I'm
Find
going to
the
find
Tarask
the
tooth.
components that got scattered across 6 miles.
Remember the deal you made with Varlich about that gun when we finally
Yes,
make
yes,
it.
I know.
Make it the tooth gun.
Fuck you, Bird.
What did the burb do?
She's.
Don't
I'm
worry
gonna
about
fucking show you.
Oh god.
it.
Not
Oh,
that
dear.
bad, he says, at 80 health.
It is not my fault. My rolls
Yes,
have
it
been
fucking is.
godly.
Fuck
is
you,
not.
power gaming asshole.
80 health at level 5.
My
For
rolls have been
comparison,
great.
right now, Vernon's at 96 at level 8.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're near you were literally 16 points behind a fucking character that's 3 levels more than you.
I have also rolled perfect. That is not my fault.
Also,
I highly doubt
just-
that.
just
Yeah,
for
same.
con-
I don't
just
want to
for-
like accuse you of anything, but rolling perfectly on 5 levels of health.
I would like to have. I would have liked it if I was cheating, but I have rolled perfect.
For comparison, someone at the same level as him, level 5, me, has 42 health.
Keep in mind, barbarians get
I do get a
D12,
D12. I do get a D12, and I have a +4 to con.
Yeah.
which makes it even
Fucking
worse.
bullshit. I'm literally going to strap you to a fucking shield and use you as my defense.
Can you lift him?
Yes. He only weighs like 60 pounds.
Yeah,
His health does
actually.
not match his physique.
I weigh 125.
Yeah, 125, I can lift that.
Still does not match your physique.
And
It's a barbarian. What do you want from me? I made a bird barbarian.
he's
What
a
do you want? From
bird.
me?
What do you expect?
What do you?
It's
What
a
do you want? from me?
barbarian.
Barbarian.
That's what Slay called you when she was making that art.
Yeah,
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Borb.
it is not my fault.
Yes,
Anyways.
it fucking is.
Cause I wanted to have good con.
Yes! You fucking
Some-
power gaming ass.
I rolled. Leave me alone.
I don't care. You're still a fucking power gamer, Mr. I have resistance to everything but psychic.
No, I got that too because of race.
And 80 HP.
Oh my fucking god.
So 6 months go by, and we're just gonna time skip. You do whatever training you want, whatever purchases you want. Just be sure you account for that in your inventory and in your finances. 6 months go by. If you trained, you get a level.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
with
train,
that,
so...
we're going to call that session, and we're going to wait for everyone to be here before we actually get into the invasion of Adoran.
Alrighty. I have all my materials again because fuck you, God. It took me like 6 months, but I found everything.
Yeah, keep in mind, I'm not letting you try to make that thing again.
That's probably smart.
Um,
Also, wait, no. It was 1 month. So, what do I do for the remaining 5?
One thing I didn't mention was after your war council with the High Four and the King and Queen of Portonis,
Mhm.
that document was finalized. Verna, yourself, the High Four, sign it. Everyone else there signed as witnesses. And it was then sent to the King and Queen of Portonis to sign. And it has been since returned to you. It is now in your possession, Verna.
Alright. What would this be called then?
Treaty of the Alliance. Military plan. Who knows?
Whatever you want to call it, really.
I'll just call it the military plan.
Okay.
But yeah, and actually, I think we're gonna pick up around 20 potions. Seems like a good idea in general, you know.
Yeah.
One thing we also will do is next session we'll have our usual campaign up and running so you all have access to your characters.
Okay.
But when it comes to when it comes to like your roles and everything, but when it comes to the actual like combat and the maps and whatnot, we're actually going to use the old session, A World After.
Oh, you're gonna need to get that link to Deacon then and Val.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because it's easier, like I have all of the maps here already. And I'm not trying to like overload one campaign with 50,000 pages of maps.
Yeah.
So
I always forget just like how fucking immense this map is.
I took the average, which is 7 for my level.
Finally, for once.
I didn't want to roll.
You didn't want to roll
Oh.
because of how mad we got at you?
Yes.
Fuck you.
also, so over the next week, I'm gonna be looking into like mass combat, naval combat, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. You guys are more than welcome to converse amongst yourselves how like if you want to do search parties, recon, anything like that, how you want to do it, where you want to do it. But this essentially is coming very close to the end of the campaign. We're about the midpoint.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
No, you guys kind of blew through it pretty quick.
I didn't
Damn.
realize.
This is where it starts getting long.
Alrighty.
Okay, this is the long
So we
haul.
might be at the halfway point, but this is relatively speaking like 1/4.
As far as time goes, yes.
Okay.
I will say that once you finish Adoran and move on to Hastfell, once you go to Hastfell, that will be the point of no return.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So what I have planned is kind of like your typical video game logic of, oh, the world is ending, but time's irrelevant.
Yeah.
like you need to do this thing or else the world will end. But also,
Let me go do all of
If you
these
have
side
any
quests
quests
real
to
quick.
if you have any quests to
if
complete,
you have any
items
unfinished
to buy,
business,
or any unfinished business, do it now. You will not be able to return later.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, that makes sense.
That way we don't miss out on anything and complain about stuff.
Yeah.
But that'll also give you guys opportunities, like if you want to level, go explore, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that will be that for this mission.
So when we begin the campaign into Adoran, I'm guessing that's when I'll finally be able to have my thing.
Your shotgun?
Shotgun, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Still in its like prototype stage.
Yeah.
But yes.
We'll work on I'll work on implementing the rules into my sheet,
Okay.
and I'll work on integrating it in completely.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's the end for now.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Cool.
Bye.
I hope you all enjoyed that stream. I might stream 7 Days to Die in a bit. But right now, I need a break after all that. So, yeah. See you guys.